I can't hear you and I can't see you either, but apparently you might be here or not. Hello everyone. Whosoever that honorific might be referring to, welcome to the, I suppose, the weekend stream of this game, in which I usually try to have this earlier in the day, but this particular day, apparently, circumstances did not particularly lend themselves particularly well to me doing that, so I just do it now instead. So I try to wind the music down a little bit as I try to, I guess, go over to the recapture, because I'm not very much mistaken. Oh, there's something missing, I just realized. There's something definitely important that's missing from this thing. Whichever one this is it image 6? It is image 6, yeah. Let's just go ahead and add that. Oh yeah, baby, can't have this stream without this. Also, this should be visible. There we go. First stream that I try to do of this game in this format with OBS Studio. We'll see how that goes. But also, I should probably kill the playlist audio, because the video capture device audio, which is transcoded to the desktop, I guess, should be audible right now, and apparently it is, so it's about all that's left for me to take care of here is add some opacity filter here to the thing. Image, where the fuck is it? Color correction? Apparently opacity is under color correction, go figure how that works. I'll put that at about 50%, see how that looks. I think that looks okay. Oh hey, look, how diligent is that? The presence of the fucking toot. Let the record show that on this day, the 15th of May, 2020, as per the Gregorian calendar, at about, well, the clock's right there, at about 7:32 at night. I say at night, even though there's still plenty of light out. Oh, the attack mode was about to start. But at that time, in the central daylight time, that happened. I don't know if anyone's ever going to want to keep any kind of record of when that incredibly loud car honk occurs, but it's certainly become a bit of a running gag in this stream, I guess. It's a bit more rare to hear of an occasion where that doesn't happen. Now let's go back into this game with these new settings. I did turn the desktop audio feed a little bit further. It's about I don't know. It's closer to the 50% mark on the OBS Studio gauge thing at this point. Because while I do believe that having it at like 1/3 was indeed too quiet, I also thought that having it a little bit higher than that, at least for the game that I was streaming previously, which was Mario & Luigi 1, it was a little bit too loud. It wasn't like super overbearingly loud, but it was louder than I would have been comfortable with, so guess what, this time I can actually attempt to test this, I guess. Maybe. By just going to my own video producer and watching back a few seconds of this VOD that has been generated so far, which apparently has been mostly generated there. Yeah, it's about 30 seconds behind as far as the generation, but it's there, so I'm going to go ahead and mute this and mute myself for a bit and see how this sounds. Oh, there's something missing, I just realized. There's something of May 2020, as per the Gregorian calendar, at about, well, the clock's right there in this stream, I guess. It's a bit more rare to hear of an occasion where that doesn't happen. Now let's get audio feed. 50% mark. Having it at like 1/3 was indeed too quiet. I also thought that. Yeah, I think it might be worth having it a little bit higher for this game, because this game is like a little bit quieter than the others. Right, let's make it so it goes like it sometimes hits the top of the green part of the bar. Not that you can see what I'm talking about, but I do. It's pretty loud though, but I guess for this game it's kind of worth it. Something else that's also kind of weird is that if I go to like the advanced audio property for the video capture thing, the source, doesn't really allow me to, you know, adjust the volume, at least not right away, the way that OBS Classic did. Maybe I could, like, boost it a little bit. Oh, it just fucked with the settings a little bit, so it did that. Hold on. Let me see. Yes, it's a very professional thing to do this. While the stream's going on, I'm sure. Hold on. It's currently got minus 30 decibel gain. What? Why does it have that? Let's see. What if I cut that in half? Is I gonna, like, make it shoot up? I can only wonder. Let's see what it looks like at minus 15 decibel gain. It looks more or less the same. Actually, wait, that doesn't even matter. Never mind. Because that's not even the same thing. Now, I guess if I really wanted to adjust this, I would have to figure out which, like, what actually controls the output to the desktop, because that's technically where the audio is being captured right now, the desktop audio, and only the desktop audio, so it's a little strange. I could, like, attempt double output. I don't even know if it would let me do that, but hold on. I don't think you can adjust that in game either, so let me see. What are the game settings? Camera settings, system settings, display settings, social settings. Yeah, there's no audio options as far as I can tell. Unless I'm just blinking. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I mean, usually this, with console stuff, this isn't as much of a big deal as it is with PC stuff, but still a little weird to neglect that, but anyway. Why don't we just go ahead and play the game? I'm sure it'll be fine the way that I have it. I'm just gonna have to, like, be a little more dynamic with my adjustment of the, adjustment of this bar here. I guess we're gonna keep it like that. There. Okay, now then. Have any uranium that we haven't spent yet? No, we do not. We could finish this basic mission that I think we have highlighted at this point. And 5 mortal simians in Oblivia. Can we do so at this point? What level are the mortal simians? We can warp to Oblivia to a place that's marked, and then try and figure out what other circumstances may follow this bounty. Or however you would want to put that. Say, do you think it would benefit my stream brand if I were to, like, make a conscious effort to make it so that every word I say is in a calm and collected tone, and I never really show any particularly high inflection of emotions? Do you think that would attract a wider audience? Do you think that would fill some kind of niche that has yet to be filled, even though I'm quite reasonably certain that the only reason I'm getting this idea in the first place is by the fact that I've seen a bunch of other people doing it already. Clearly there could be no problem whatsoever if I do that too, right? I don't know if I can keep that up for much longer, but where are these things that we're supposed to be killing for this? Oh, it's level 49. Okay, I think I did attempt this, but we're not quite there. Maybe we won't be doing that yet, no. Or in the serene voice, maybe we won't be doing that yet, no. I can't imagine why we would be concerned with that. Why don't we go ahead and forget all of these blue basic objectives and go do something a bit more specific and maybe plot related. What the fuck? Right, well, never mind. We're gonna be killing this giant monster here. Just as soon as I remember what the correct combo is to follow up for the damage that I have set up through this skill. Let's see. Do that. Do a big rush. Make it a little bit more vulnerable to beam-based attacks, which I'm pretty sure applies to both of these that are left. But typically one-shots the enemies if they manage to survive this long. Sometimes it just deals a big damage if they're particularly tough, but in the case of that guy it was not a problem. Anyway, let's see. Where do we have to go for this? Talk to Wanana at Silverloom's Cleansing Spring at nighttime. Or talk to Nana at Silverloom's Cleansing Spring also at nighttime. I think we have to do both, but... Well, it's not currently nighttime. You know what, I just realized we forgot to get the division spoils from the barracks. I guess we should go back to the barracks anyway, because we need to change the time of day in order to be able to follow up with that that part of the mission. There should also be someplace in the barracks that should should allow you to change time, but you need to shift your view to actually be able to figure out where that is. Let's take a look. It's apparently where the holoprojectors are, or whatever that area is. That area. That is, I'm just messing around with the map in the gamepad, and you can't see any of what I'm doing, but rest assured it is all very, very crumblent and important. What am I doing? This is not what I'm supposed to be doing at this time. What I'm supposed to be doing at this time is collecting the division rewards. No, I still would like to get at least one salvage ticket, but I'm pretty sure that's not up to me at any rate. It's just like based on your division rating, but you can get some mega tensifiers. That's pretty good too. It's currently 2 in the afternoon. I still have like some unused displays here. I should probably put those to use. We have weapons here, so we've been getting a lot more of these. Figures from the side quests and what have you. So surely there's something else we could do with these. Perhaps a creature of some sort. I got special weapons, armor, and enemies. What is in the special? The white whale. Visions of beauty. Oh, jeez, that's debatable. The superior form. Oh, Christ. I get the feeling that we had a lot of these designs. The designers were very much aware of what they were doing. Upon despair, great fisher cocoa, memento. Noble sacrifice. Bogged out but. Remember how we actually did one of the missions so that this guy that was going to die and sacrifice himself for the survival of the species ended up just not doing that because we told him to, and we magically managed to just find more of the thing that he asked for, because that was very pathos, I guess. Right, out of all of these, I guess grab another Nopon once, maybe. Sure, this is clearly the best possible representation of the Nopon condition. And this one we will fill up with something else, like, let's try to look for one of the other enemies that we have. There's a human-made skull. I guess this is for when we're fighting against the Alex or what have you. Sig. For great justice. I actually don't like fighting the Sigs, just because most of the time they just aggro. Out of complete coincidence, because they're freaking... their visual aggro rage is ridiculous. Deva Kaladar. I don't quite remember who this is supposed to belong to. I'm guessing that's the case. Asara? Wait. I better wait for each of these to load from the disk, so it seems. Sufari, it's the landform of the Sufari as well. Almandel. Puya A. Goetia, Dagon, Reese, Auto Sentry. I already have Goetia set up somewhere else. Also got these two. CVS. It's supposed to be... CVS is like a term for a freaking swordfish, isn't it? Or at least I assume it is, just because I've seen another swordfish-based design with that name in another video game. Turbabi. Tensila, Thalus... Orvex. Yeah, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if I want to have any of the generic enemy designs on here. What is Murra? Celia, Sphinx, Velo, Aprica. So I guess we're gonna go for something from down here, perhaps. Sufar, Garadmal, Halmandal. I don't even remember what Vasara is. I assume that maybe some of these. Oh fuck. Oh, I messed that up. Maybe some of these are to do with the skills that the Rothians had. This looks about right for Gajarg, but I never forget this shit. Well, it is another one of the big checkpoints that requires you to realize that no, you're not going to be able to just blaze through this game as easily as you did the other one. The first one. Right, evening. Let's move time forward just 1 more hour, I guess, just to ensure that it's going to be night 1923. Make it a little bit closer to the present time, in the present realm of the world. Let's go to Selvalum. This time we actually are able to access the objective that we have to follow for our current side mission. So what if I were to not only speak in this muted, serene tone the entire time, but also try to play up the lower pitches of my voice as much as possible? Clearly that'll appeal to so many more people. I can't imagine it happening or it going any other way. That was the way in which I meant to enunciate that.
Okay.
Welcome to General Store of Nana. What is friend needing today? And what's information on thief who stole cargo from courier? And I saw a huge thing that rumbled the ground as it came running. There's the slithery snitching snake of rumors. Also it breathed fire just like stories say. I don't quite remember what the setup is for this story, but I guess we're hunting something. I was worried it would cart off entire general store, but it didn't. Still Nana lucky to be alive. Extremely fortunate, basically miraculous really. Regardless, better to lose some stock and stay alive. Probably best to start looking for next mission. So, you don't want, or that person doesn't want us to chase the thief, whatever the thief may be. Welcome, friend. Friend not here to shop. Friend only here looking for a huge thing that stole cargo of Kuta. It came from the sky. Got dark around so fast. Why not have thought night came early? And huge thing come crashing down. It picked up cargo with wiggly wobbly arms and legs and then swooped off. Sounds like it could be an ox-serve on those. And it flew off toward the west. It felt kind of southy too, but it was definitely on the left-hand side of Wanana. Not sure what direction Wanana was facing at the time though. But who cares about those details, yeah. I mean, all of these things are arbitrarily defined by humans anyway. From an IRL perspective, Wanana hope friend can get cargo back soon. Wanana will take big hit without it. When you perk this big hit, Wanana like that. But when profits take big hit, no siree. There's a certain huge thing somewhere in Selvalum we need to recover that from, and it's apparently the indications we received are clear enough that it's just marked in a pretty precise location on the map at this time. So let us go ahead and act upon that. We're told that it was a huge thing. And even though we have like a sort of a radius indicator on the minimap right now, the gamepad map is telling me that I should go south. South, a little bit west specifically. Oh hey, this is the Sufarga ruins. I had not even acknowledged the fact that these things are just here now. And I do find it a little bit strange considering that they are. That we had to have that mission where we just kind of traipse around the rest of Selvalum looking for bits of it and not just come to the big wreck. And try to salvage as much of that as possible. That would have made a little more sense, wouldn't you agree? But what exactly are we looking for, are we? Certain huge thing somewhere in Selvalum. Maybe it is the Sulfarg itself, because we're being told by the, or maybe not. According to the gamepad map at this time, I am currently standing. Oh, that thing? Surely not. Hold on, it looks like it could be Abysmal Sea Dome. It's quite a few levels above us. It certainly made it look like that spot where I was standing right in front of the Sufarg was the precise location that was marked on the map. But apparently even finding that precise location and following up on it is not particularly good lead. Selvalum is also the area where we never mind, I was going to say Selvalum is also the area where we have some kind of skill fuel probe installed, because I think there's at least one of those active somewhere in the game world at this time, but Apparently that is not the case, right? Never mind. I suppose the precise indication was in fact a dud. So instead of following with any precise indicators we may have... Yeah, apparently it must. We would merely try to cruise around the edges of this large area. I guess slowly close in and see if we get any kind of other on the field visual indication. What precisely it may be that we are looking for. Ooh. Yeah, so that. I did not want to run into that thing, but I suppose my wants are somewhat transitory versus what the game can accomplish by its own merit. Or enforce, whatever the case may be. Got new things spawning in, but apparently none of them is particularly well matched to the profile of what I'm searching for at this time, or else I would probably be getting some kind of indication that that was the case. I was not expecting this to be part of the area that we could explore for this sort of scavenger hunt. Let's see. Suppose we'll continue to try to tow the very perimeter of this search zone for as long as we can, which is getting even more difficult with each passing moment, but... Oh, some of these things will in fact pop out of the ground and try to kill you. I was wondering if that was the case for just a moment there. Oh boy. I believe we suddenly aggroed some secret germivores. I'll go ahead and follow up, I suppose, even though we shouldn't really need to. At least this thing shouldn't be an active problem. These things, plural. Oh, and of course, at the precise moment that I raise my arm so I can scratch my head a little bit, that's when that happens. Sure, go ahead and break its butt. Not that it'll make a difference, but we did manage to break it before it died. Alright, let us see. I do spy some kind of biological salvage point. And I do wonder whether or not it's possible for me to... Yeah, apparently it is possible for me to trigger that at this time, so... Might as well get a little bit of a bonus out of that. Even if at this time we remain unable to actually locate whatever it is we are meant to locate here. I just keep seeing this molybdenum sedum or whatever it is in the way, bismuth. Guess these things, I'm pretty sure there's at least one that we've spotted at some point over the course of the game that was called molybdenum though. So I have to assume they're just named after elements. And of course, the inevitable occurred there. And the inevitable is being somewhat circumvented by the fact that we at least now have a very reliable means of transporting ourselves away from this unnecessary and unrequited danger. Well, I am merely trying to explore this area, and yet apparently things must be so belligerent. I find it rather unreasonable, but I've gone all around this perimeter of sorts, and we keep running into things that we can't really avoid because they just spawn in our faces. But one tendency that I guess we've observed is that the Sufarg appears to be right in the middle of all this, so perhaps that is actually the key after all. That remains to be seen. But I will double back now in an attempt to confirm it. It just says retrieve it from a certain huge thing, and well, what huger thing could there be than this thing? Is there a way to get inside the Sufarg that we can actually access? Of course, we better examine the perimeter of it and try to figure that out. Perhaps this way, even though that would be kind of surprising. No, that looks like you can't actually get in there. I think we've more or less done a complete circumference of this thing, and there doesn't seem to be any particularly evident ways in which we could accomplish that. This does not seem to be a hole either, it's just completely dark colored. Wow, there it is again. Can't believe it came back nearly 20 minutes after its previous sighting. Can only imagine what the motivation behind that could have been. Alright, gotta be honest with you, I'm getting a little bit perplexed by the lack of needs to do anything here. Been around the entire perimeter of this area and there wasn't anything particularly marked, and I've also been here all up and down this thing, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of follow that we can follow up that we can get by exploring the wrecks. So why don't I go just go ahead and try to get a little bit of a more specific pointer here. Where could Kura's cargoes be? Well, apparently there is something we need to find. Lake Seal. Apparently it is an actual enemy, an actual living creature, and apparently we have just not been able to locate it, but we did get some squad tickets, because I suppose somebody else I was able to clear some objectives when we're just messing about and trying to figure out the location of this bizarre, unidentified creature. I suppose we shall restrict our searches to the environs of the lake without approaching the shores too much. Excuse me. Right, hold on just a second. Have we been, I didn't mean to get close to that thing. It's merely a consequence of the, this thing right here. So, let me check something right here. See how this creature is completely unmarked and completely unremarkable. And does not particularly match any of the descriptions provided by the Nopon in the initiation of this mission. In spite of all these things, I do wish to observe what would possibly happen if we were to kill it. Apparently that thing had Kura's cargo. I have no idea how the fuck we were supposed to be able to determine that that was the specific thing we were supposed to procure it from, but well, we are gonna have to search for a different location to teleport to for the sake of being able to change the time. I suppose there is a base camp apparently on this shore of the lake up here, according to the map. There it is. We can take a stop there and then go back and teleport over to where the Nobland camp is. Let us see. The cleansing spring. That will be our current objective. Let's take a gander over here.
Hello. Friends here? Oh.
Good, glad to see friend is safe. But did friend find a huge thief thing? What about the cargo? Suppose we did find it. Not that there's any really reliable pointers that we actually acquired prior to finding it. Long lost sacred treasure of Napan everywhere is finally restored. Atlas Powers was exaggeration, it's really is only run-of-the-mill cargo, but Coda is just so excited. What did happen to the huge thief thing? Did your friend fight it? Friend defeated it. No idea friend was actually a decent fighter. Kuda was lucky to ask friend for help. Kind of like a crucial skill for merchants, and now reputation of Kuta for never missing delivery lives on. Friend is real lifesaver, or job saver at least. Could I sure await friend down the line? Alright, so we have to do anything else? I suppose we do not. So that completes the segment recon for this place. Let's see. Are we to pick a different mission? What would be the next thing? Unknown assailant. I should probably change my partner to somebody else, but so I can grind a little more of that affinity, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. Apparently there is something we can do in the post-game that will trivialize that, which I am rather looking forward to as a way of at least getting all the affinity missions and all the hard hearts. I suppose that could be something I could do in this game. Even though I doubt I will actually 100%, it's certainly not on stream. There's been report of a mysterious skull targeting and attacking Corvin's team. Right, let's head to Lake Basel in Oblivia, I suppose. Also if we've got an uranium payout, we should go back to the district first and dump that uranium into the arms manufacturers. But once that is done, which will be done, I suppose in just a moment here. Then we will be able to get on with this other mission. I mean, as long as we're here, we should shift our team, but nah. We got Meredith and Co. and Candor Incredible and 6 stars, which is the Rothian one. When do we get this one to level 4? It needs less than 10,000. It needs 9,000. 9,900. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to increase these manually. 5. Hold on, what am I doing? Yeah, it's 9,000. No, it's 9,500. 76, I believe that's correct. Let's see if I was correct. I was exactly correct, yes. No tribute is most appreciated. Allows to repeat through our fine wares. And now we dump the rest of this uranium into, I don't know, Candor Incredible, I guess. The rest of these up to level 5 in order. Which probably won't happen anytime soon, just because you see how fucking expensive those are. After a time, after a fashion, but apparently someone is actually taking care of these objectives. Shrad needs to be hunted still. I don't know where that is, but let's go ahead and head up here. It's, I suppose, here to FM Site 315. I wonder what we shall find in Oblivious Lake Basel. First we need to actually get to that particular locale. Oh. I suppose that sound effect I keep hearing is just the sound of the squad tasks being completed. It makes a little more sense. Alright, here we are. I don't know if I suppose we just need to head down here. Oh dear, I don't know what that is. Some big indigent that was down there, but I guess it's all removed for the sake of this side objective anyway. Take a hint and get off my tail already. Here. Let me set to this Pugas, I guess. Looks like regular ganglion stuff. Not really the giant evil mech kind of deal. Flooded by the interest, but alien murder squads aren't my type. Well, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you're another groupie. Well, keep things moving or inquire about the situation. I guess we will inquire about the situation. Tell you all about it as soon as these creeps are pushing up. Whatever weird flowers grow around here. I don't know if beings that were primarily made of metal could do that, but I guess that applies to us too, in a sense, at the moment. So here we go. I suppose we were still in the neck though. Might as well just go ahead and act on that. Oh no, you know what I just realized? The giant dude is still next to us. He didn't respawn at all. So we might be in trouble. Depending on how this decides to go. I don't know if this is truly the case or not. This guy's level 39, I guess it's not so bad. I don't know if we're gonna be forced to beat that dude after all. Canyon Sleuth? Silent. Oh, okay. I guess we will be fighting this dude after all. I don't even know if the other Puga is anywhere around here this time, but... Oh, but I suppose it doesn't matter at the moment. Oh, there we are. I could refill on our entire combo thing. At this point I'm not even sure if the other Puga, which is what we were actually supposed to be fighting here, is still alive, but I suppose that doesn't matter. Hardly as much. I will merely keep this up. I need it myself, even though it should have counted as a response to the soul voice at any rate, but apparently it didn't. I perpetually have no real idea of what the exact mechanics behind the soul voices are, but well, this thing is dead. Took long enough. Good fung leg, black silute brazen, quality giant cells. But I suppose the only thing that's being actually counted for that is that we kill the Pugas, so... Still don't even know what Lake Basil is supposed to be exactly, but Christ. I'm not crazy about the idea of the indigents continually spawning right on top of me. I guess it's near the lake, we're not actually next to the lake this time. I guess the lake would actually just be the giant lake that the Nopon caravan is in the middle of. Alright, I guess. That was amazing. I think he just became your groupie. Is that weird to say? Yes. But it's also weird randomly bumping into you here. Where do you work a job in Oblivia? Where are you working a job in Oblivia like me? Raleigh sent you and you're the cavalry. Whatever that black skull is tore my group apart. We didn't last a minute. We bailed out of our skills and scattered. Hightailed it for cover, but those creeps just now were waiting for me. I guess the other black skull just got bored. Let's inquire about that guy. We're thinking of going after it or something. I don't know if we were stupid, but well, we need to, I suppose. Thing's a beast. We took it on 3 against 1 and didn't stand a snowball's chance. It's so damn fast they don't think we even hit it once. We better get some speed hacks or something. Now I get a call. It's probably my second in command. He's a real motherhead about her stuff. Sad Bates. Oh man. A rocky area with lots of lava, and Black's Hill won't let up, requiring occasion for evac. See a way out. Well, can barely get a signal. Not like he's in quarters. I've never been out there before. I know the lay of the land well. Can you steer him towards an escape, perhaps? Can't see Orsim Castle from here, near Emerian Battlegrounds. Heat guidance towards evac spot. Which direction to her towards? That's a good question. I can't look at the map right now. I have no idea. I don't know where that is. Hold on just a second. I really want to get cheaped out by these circumstances. Alright, let's try going south. We know this is a complete shot in the dark here. Roger that. Heard south, then I... Oh, we lost the signal. Now it's a lot to ask, but please head to Culver's and get him out of there. H runs like an asthmatic turtle. If he falls behind even a little bit, it's all over. Well, just a rookie and there are tons of things I still have to show him and let him die out there. Alright, I guess we're not done with this little quest line yet. We need to go to Culver's next. And so we shall. Even though we told him to go south, he's apparently near the western edge of the landmass. Still don't know what those landmasses or landmarks that he was talking about even are. Oh look, I got another Twitch notification. One of my subs has expired. I'm so glad that Twitch took the time to tell me that. Let's just go ahead and pop over there. Could it be in this crater here? Apparently it could be in this crater here, yes. Drongo Caravan. We just... These are the Nopon caravans, or an actual such a thing in Culver's. For some reason I did not expect that to be the case, but... I suppose this could be a good sign for... I suppose you're supposed to somehow pull it out of your head that you made it here. Or that you, that this place exists and that you were able to send him to a safe place by going south from wherever he said he was, even though I still have no idea where that was on the map. Pretty much just going through these dialogues so I can figure out if that's gonna update the affinity thing at all. The chart. Popote. That means straw, like a drinking straw in Spanish. decided to bring caravan here anyway. Well, stumble upon Gary that fell into magma and became baked to crisp, really. Well, I mean, do they have sustainable food sources now, or are they still in the same situation?
Yay! Yippee! Oh,
Well, here's the guy. It was you telling me to head south. I thought I recognized that voice on the other end of the line. Are you hurt, or reprimanding for asking responsibility? Let's go with this first, I suppose. I had no idea there was an open caravan so close. Little furball saved my neck. Let me hide here while the black skill was looking for me. Eventually it gave up and left. Oh, isn't that a happy ending? What's your radio, right? Wonder if it's Raleigh. Peter said you went in to evacuate Bates. Did you find her alive? I suppose so. Now you really have got your next assignment. I made contact with Corwin. He's in Banshee Cave over in Selvalum. That's all he could tell me before he started taking fire. Bastards were right on top of him. Well, I wanted you to see him back to New LA with no extra holes in him. I mean, sure. Whatever. Promise me you'll keep your eyes peeled for that black scale. I get the feeling we're gonna be actually pitted up against that thing before this actual questline is over. Or to keep leaving everything to you, it really burns me up. But the best thing I can do now is head home and stay out of your way. I'll join this team out of respect for Corwin. Without him there wouldn't even be a team. If he dies, the team dies with him, no matter how many of us survive. Promise me you'll do everything you can. Well, we certainly can do everything we can. The question is, will that be enough? That's not necessarily something that we define. So let's see. Well, apparently the squad mission has been completely cleared. No, level 90 something enemy. What's that doing there? Yep, 92 bismuth sedum. That'll clearly be a good thing for us to follow up on at any point ever. Can't wait. It probably won't happen. Apparently we have to go this way. So I don't accidentally go up too high and end up getting aggroed by that thing over there. I knew that thing was close to where I was. I don't really feel particularly keen on that thing. Roll me again for no real reason. Where is supposed where really supposed to go to find this? It's not here. Not on this side of things at least. I do wonder where that could be. A cave? Yeah, the Banshee Cave. We got the special complete game. I kind of got that a while ago. I don't know where the Banshee Cave entrance is though. Suppose it's just gonna have to be a matter of perhaps here. It makes some degree of sense even though yeah, there's a Banshee Cave. The fact that there's 2 level 51 enemies guarding it doesn't precisely fill me with confidence, but... And we're also finding out that this place is filled with level 50 plus enemies, so that does not fill me with confidence either. Let's get out of the scale and see if we can converse with this man at this time. Come all this way just to bail my butt out, as apparently. Not only can I not keep my own people safe, I made other blades risk their necks to save mine. I mean, that kind of attitude makes him worthless, kind of. Guess we better go with the pep talk approach, so that demon killed them all. Least I could have done was lead the charge. I'll never forgive myself for this. Some of them were like Peter joked that if they saw that black skull, they'd be halfway to New LA before I even noticed. They should have run. They were right. Nothing matters if you don't survive. So why did Galileo have to? Well, they all thrown the shield so I could run. Well, at least something came out of that. That was my job. Should have been me shielding them. I'm the one who should be dead. I mean, yeah, I suppose at this point we would just say, you just keep saying this, then it really will have been worthless. What do you mean I still have a purpose? I'm the only one who can rebuild the team. What about Bates? Is Bates alive? Guess if there's still work who needs to be pounded into shape, well, I'd overcome every trial, no matter how painful. Should take a look at the mouth of the cave, see what we're up against, but I am getting out of here alive. So we claim, but now we take a look at the mouth of the cave. That's a little strange. Of course, we can't just make our way out through the same way we came in and hope that we don't end up getting aggroed by anything else, and see exactly how all that hope is corresponded. Okay, we made it into like the deeper part of the cave. This doesn't help us. Maybe we can go in here and try to get one of the many salvage points that's in every one of these caves, but I don't really know how much this is gonna help. I'm genuinely surprised we did not get assaulted by the herbivores that were so clearly in the ground there. Usually they would have just come to life and decided, surprise, you thought you were gonna easily be able to get one of these things in the caves? Nope, not today, fucker. But apparently that's not happening right now. We are able to just cheese our navigation of this place. Which is more than a little surprising. There's the real twist. The real twist in the story. Perhaps we can even find more of these things and just access them without... Oh no, those things, they don't care about us when we're in the skull, but when we get out of the skull, now they actually... they aggro in proximity, and of course now they're freaking swarming all over that container. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, for the fuck. Oh, I think we're gonna die. Unless we're able to make ourselves scarce real quick. Perhaps by going this way. There we go. On the exit once more. And this time we were somehow unable to go past those things, even though we definitely were able to do that in the past. Now what? What? Oh, of course. Hidden enemy. And apparently all this distance is not enough. You'll never know where the cave entrance is anymore. Hold on. Oh, this is level 5, so of course we're not gonna be able to grab that. I'm not quite sure. No, apparently we're supposed to talk to that guy even though he's right in front of the fucking Oxerves. And if it's impossible for us to, you know, talk to him without aggroing the Oxerves, I'm just gonna do, oh, they don't care if you're out of the scale. I guess that's fine. I suppose we can deal with this after all. I think she gave up and left. Who, the, oh. This one here, I guess. Would have given up and added yourself to the body pile when it would have been quick. But no, you weren't content with just sniffing around where you don't belong. You had the goal to scuttle around and waste my time, and now I'll show you what happens for it. If it's about it, we can just leave you and you can get back to whatever you... Oh, funny jokes from the bug who uses underlings as a meat shield. They were big talkers too, your men, briefly. Oh, just gotta go with that. As long as the boss lives, so does our dream. Death can't take it. This is another one of those Definians, the shapeshifters. I think it might be. Just have that portrait. And the name. What did you think? That was supposed to be the one called Galileo. Pretty good, huh? Well, I guess it's like mimicking the voice like the demon in Rec. Or the Terminator. But I spent quite some time on that one. He was so brave by the end. Mostly just a bunch of pathetic sobbing and wailing. But I'll better show how evil I am. Insects don't deserve to dream, and I'll enjoy watching the hope drain out of you too, along with the last of your blood. Well, can you take out the big dog? I don't know. Sure. I mean, probably not if it's as big a level as the rest of the enemies in the cave, but... I remember you came all the way to be added to my collection, did you? It would be cruel to deny you. Let's see exactly how this is gonna go. Come at me. Unless, of course, you are level 50 or above, in which case this will be a bit of a tall order, but no, apparently this Galdo Raven is... Where the fuck are my skills? There they are. Apparently this Galdo Raven is only level 37, which is certainly not all that at this point. Get on the skills, please, so I can...
We should weaken them just to be safe. Shield, I owe you one.
Fellas, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you using your skills? Hold on. Ooh. I'll board your skills unless you just want me to do all this by myself. Okay, I don't know what the fuck it's doing now. But there we go. Oh, there we go, it just died. Well, that wasn't so bad. Evil, cruel... The entrance to the Banshee Cave again, even though we were right there, and I did not see him there. The evil sadist villain immediately defeated by the very slightly over-leveled Skell team. One of the Skells was even missing. At least now the man I lost can rest a little easier. Well, dream. I guess we can talk about that for a second. The day we formed the team, we swore we wouldn't stop until we'd seen every inch of Mira and laid all her secrets bare. This rock is a giant wall of mysteries. What explorer wouldn't share that dream? Mira is our dream, and it will be for as long as I'm around. Right. And now we can actually say goodbye to that particular questline. That was something. I think that kind of dragged on for a little bit longer than expected it to, but I guess we can deal with it all the same. Apparently whenever I tap this microphone wire, it creates a very clear feedback kind of thing. Wonder what that actually sounds like on the other end. But let's see, isn't this where the guy supposed to be? I guess he's probably up on the higher level. Well, let's make his way up there.
I see.
Guess we better wait for him to, or for her, I guess, to spawn in. Here we go. Never thought I'd see their faces again. Thank you, Ruskville. I wish this reward had anywhere near as much value. Well, that's decent value for this point, I suppose. I lost a lot of good blades, but Corbin and I won't stop until we've rebuilt the team. Good luck to you and the other members of Elma's team. I'm sure there are plenty of others depending on you as well. Ooh. And more levels. Maybe if we get like level 48 or something, we'll be able to take a crack at the next plot mission just to see how that goes. But for now, what do we got here? Top secret mission. Investigate the ganglion activity in someplace. We're gonna find out where. Oh, wait, I guess as long as we're here, never mind. Spend Moranium, but we don't have Moranium. We go to Noctilum. We go to FN site 214 and hope that the place we're looking for is not a cave, because I'm still very bad at trying to figure out how to get into those. I just thought of something, hold on. Might I have been... Oh yeah, I wanted to repost a thing here. You know what, let me see if I can do this real quick. What could possibly go wrong? Would it be here? No, it would have been here. I can just download and rehost. Let's see, I guess while I'm waiting for this to respond, we can literally just turn around and find out that apparently there's more xenoforms there. Could this be the eventual key? Are those ganglion unknown xenoforms? Yeah, I guess could this be the eventual key to getting yet another species in New LA and opening the final arms manufacturer? Guessing that might be the case after all. I think you should go first, fish. After you, be my guest. Boy. Any of us who goes out alone is just going to be eaten. See, we will go and carry out the mission together. At least like the Ambassadors of Death from Doctor Who. The good version. Certainly could be something like that. That way all of us can be eaten. We can't just abandon our duty either. We show up empty-handed with 0 survey results. The ganglion will have our hides. Yeah, I get the feeling we're gonna forge a new alliance here. Let me just say, do the thing real quick before any more time passes. We're dead if we do, dead if we don't. Alright, back to this. Can't we just stay huddled here? Oh, a creative solution. And a feat only a race as adaptable to any environment as we are could manage with our massive suits. We'll wait them out here, whether it takes a century or 2 or 3, well, there's a human. And it's all over. Maybe not. Yeah, what are you doing here? One has a dangerous glint in her eyes. These are the eyes of someone who walked over here over 1,000 ganglion corpses. Well, I mean, that might not be entirely off. Why are you cowards standing there sniveling? Is this a prone, maybe? Man, you're ganglion soldiers, aren't you, or Marnock? So they give her guns and fight, or just... ask for somebody else to do that for you. We're non-combatants, running away is sort of what we do. This is why our kind will always be grunts. Well, I think even though at this point we're just gonna be using, taking on a single Marnock commander here. I'm not entirely sure what the distinction between prone and Marnock is even supposed to be. I would like to build up as much of this this trash extra TP as I can. Well, I have that option. Well, there we go. Got at least a little bit. I can't believe we just killed your commanding officer. Now can you be our friends? We own you now, you see. Goodness, humans are every bit as strong as the rumors suggest. How can you be so calm, Will? Since we have no hope of surviving this, I skipped the panic phase and moved straight to acceptance. Yeah, that's a sensible way of processing that process. I don't say redundant things. What are you talking about? Divine Goldbugger grant us mercy. You're all really content to abandon our mission so easily. Not this ridiculous ganglion business, but our true calling. Our reason for existing, too. Well, I suppose we'll probably get some clarification for that. Ought we not stake our hopes on the option that offers the higher chance of survival, however slight? I intend to get through this mess alive. What, just running away? Oh dear, is he getting messed up by the, like, corrupted beasts? Is this where they live, or did they just manage to come out here for a second? I didn't know if we were gonna be hearing about the corrupted beasts at any point after our initial plot scuffle with them. But I guess here we are. Compulsive tainted, yeah, that's what they're called. Tainted. But they're even lower level than the dude that we just killed, so shouldn't be that difficult to deal with. As much as I would like to weaken them and lay on the hurt, I think it's better if we holy shit, there's actually let me move in and keep, well, I tried moving and keep the rhythm going, but I couldn't. But yeah, I suppose this violent streak AoE thing is actually really good for building up. Well, if that's there, I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and initiate this. Initiate overdrive. It's gonna be more than a little overkill at this point, but what do we care? As long as we manage to build up more overdrive, what do I call it, more TP to be able to initiate whatever our next counter is with overdrive. I'd say that it's a good effort. Worthwhile effort, I suppose. Yeah, we already managed to get to the point where we just completely just in an infinite overdrive loop by virtue of our healing and building up more numbers. Oh, there you go. Right. Kill the evil dogs. I wonder what these guys will have to say about that. Well, it became disconnected from the server because of course it did. Thank you, human. You are a good deal stronger than the higher-ups in the ganglion who fancy themselves great warriors. Perhaps this human might offer us asylum. It's certainly a possibility worth exploring. I don't even know which one's speaking. We have a request, human. If you will hear it, we Saraboggan. We're not made for combat. As a result, we have been treated as the lowest of the low within the ganglion, but our suits allow us to survive in any environment. Since arriving on this planet, we've been forced to survey one hostile location after the next. Caverns crawling with vicious indigents, sheer cliffsides where a single misstep means certain death. Many of our number have already been lost. We are sick and tired of serving the ganglion. Is there any way we might be granted asylum within your city? I suppose so. It's gonna be about the only way. Praise be to Goldbogga's mercy. We're a sizable group numbering in the teens, but if you would have us, we would relocate to your city immediately. I guess that's the final wave of immigrants that we get defecting from the ganglion, and they are now our allies. So let's see what Stella has up to say about her preemptive welcoming message. I'm sure there will be no trouble with that whatsoever. More. This dialogue is going to be fun because I just took a few bites out of a sandwich that I prepared for this.
Thank you.
Alright, there we go. Rescued a species of xenoform called the Sarbogan. They're in quarantine now, so that was quite apropos. If the tests come back clean, they'll be living in New LA with us. They seem really grateful to you, so you might want to speak to them once they're cleared. Alrighty then, I don't know where I would go to to speak to them, but I suppose that works out. Oh hey Red Bear, how's it going? Noot. I haven't even moused over these emotes yet, but I assume that it's a Noot emote, because of course it is.
I told you.
So I don't really get any kind of immediate notice that a new AM has been formed. Maybe if we go to the concourse and look at the basic missions there, we can get alerted to some of the other side missions that we're able to accept at this time. Yeah, sure, a ton. That would be one. The other one would be tractor beetles, which apparently we can't accept because we... Christ. Which I would like to accept because we could just complete it immediately, but of course we can't. Well, let me take off one of these, the bounty one that I know that I can't do right now, the simius ones. Let's abandon. And complete this one instead. Certain items are needed before we can make such a thing happen. Oh, that's a Sarbogan quest, that's why it didn't show up before. Alright, now that we have a new location to... Well, have a couple of missions that we can accept just based on the basic mission. Talk to Sheraton. What else? Talk to Soluble Gases. Let's do this one first, because we had it on our list first. Get more of these side missions within our perceptive power. I don't know if we already completed the objective for that side mission or not, but well, I see that there might be a few more just within the thing. The wreckage of the Ganglion mechs still hasn't been fully removed from the commercial district. Well, is that our cue to search for some kind of salvage point? Yeah, what does Cerebral Gases have to say? Later, ransomer of my people, you find me in my hour of need. I need your strength. Lend it to me again. 3 are still prisoners. Cavern Clan has them. They must be rescued now. They are not strong. We cannot best them in combat. We beg Earth aliens to intervene. It's our only hope. Can die otherwise. We'll regain their strength in time, but help savvy, but they cannot... Yeah, reluctantly agree, I guess. Cannot rely on humans forever, but not yet. Their numbers must grow. Well, he does seem to understand that at least. It is good. You are helping, it puts me at ease. I will give you names for those I seek. First is All Valdileo. He was taken to Milligan supply base in Oblivia. Second is Rara Valdileo, younger brother of All. Third is Uzuma Vasago. He is my son. He was rear guard when we fled. He let us escape, and he was made prisoner. He's at Mesa Fortress. Hold on, let me see if I can readjust my microphone a little bit to make it a bit less difficult. I hear things about that place, terrible things. You must help him. Except that we won't be setting that just yet. Chieftain's son, Uzuma Vasago, so it's a bunch of sub-objectives. Well, we don't actually have to set any of these, but might as well set all of them since we accidentally did accept them, but no. What we're gonna be doing now instead of that is just accepting any given... Any given side missions that I'd love to accept in this area. On something near Hilal Meadow and Silverlum. Let me put this a little bit more. Maybe Alien Artifact. Ganglion Fortress is very close, so there is risk. I didn't finish reading that, but it's just a segment update. So how do we move over to where the... I guess we have to climb up. The other mission is so we can take that and then we can actually come do what we came here to do, which is talk to the question mark or exclamation mark.
That's right, yeah?
What does this guy want? Maybe.
Me, okay?
What a funny Maymay. Hello, welcome aboard to our bronze VIP member. Yes, okay, so we're following up on something. Convert Marinium into cash and we will both get rich and be very, very happy. Oh. Sell your soul for a few credits or money's evil. Well, clearly that's it. I thought that all humans were so much in love with money, you know. Without credits, your blade operatives can't purchase equipment, right? So maybe you can't just claim to ignore it either. Less platitudes, more platinum, am I right? Bring me 15 pieces of ore, right? I'll make you a silver VIP member. We probably have that already. Your exchange rate will go way up. Have that. I can only acquire that through Frontier Nav, but I guess we have done that already. Good luck and come back soon with all the ore, right, and all that. To make more money, sure. Wouldn't you know it? We have the thing already. Oh boy, what do we got? Stream a little bit behind, but looking pretty good. And more trucks. Wonder where Redberry's trucking today. How can the Shimmer and Savvy Financial Group be at your service today? Did you find the ore right yet? We need to make piles and piles of money together. Well, yeah, I mean, we have the upper limit of that. Been hoarding that since the start of the game, basically, because I needed that for a mission, so... From today forth, your silver VVIP member complete with a silver exchange rate. Isn't that something? That's literally all that we got, not really anything more. 270 experience, maybe? But that's about it. Let's keep converting Marinium into materials and resources that we can sell for credits and drive up the SSFG's profits even further. Continue to help her if she helps you or decline. Make your own damn money. Well, I guess we can do a partnership. Save up a mountain of money together. All of the money forever, right? Time is money now, but so is Marinium. Once I make another of my alchemy engines. Apparently whatever that means will not be followed up instantly, at least. Maybe we'll have to do another one of those basic missions that's Marinium exchange to actually trigger that. Who knows? But for now, let's come over here and talk to the to Indiana Spicar. Not quite sure what this is a continuation of, but I'm out of yarn. I swore I would tell my feelings sooner once this was done, but now I'm a fool. I should have prepared more carefully. Mart wishes to marry her. I don't remember quite the, I guess that's, oh yeah, this is the spinner that we told the guy to marry, didn't we? I guess we should probably, start by asking her what the matter is. You're a friend of Namard. Did I get to tell you my troubles this is for? Well, I must say to him. Namard wants me to be his mate. My dream is this dream. I promised I would tell Namard of my love once I finished my thread work. He knew he would not return his love. I did not care. I needed him to know my heart. Well, now he asks me to be his mate. I'm so happy. It makes me afraid. Is this really truth? Well, sure. He has already started horning up betrothal. I must complete this thread work for him. I wish to offer Namard token of feelings. Lightweight pelts. Okay, so that's what we come up with here. I don't know if we have the thing already. I guess I must assume that we do because the marker is green. I've written some memes before I pasted the link because Imgur. Boy, that actually ended up being an oddly apropos NPC name that we were talking to back there. Did you find the lightweight pelts? I suppose so. We have 9 of these. Now Namard will know how I feel. Marriage's strange word and tongue. So sweet it filled tears inside me. Well, you would let me know how that feels. You're a friend of Namard. Speak to me. What kind of pro do you think he is? I don't know. Glowing impression or critical impression? I guess we better be forward with this. Or, I don't know, amicable with this. That's probably closer to what I meant. All same, still others are harsh, call him weak, but I know of no one else so kind. When I was captive of Ganglion I cried every day, but one day Namard came, gave me threadwork tools. I don't know where he found them. Must have risked much danger to gather those tools and yarn all for me. Said he just wanted me to be happy, acted like getting tools was the easiest thing in the world. Well, he is the son. So I will be his mate, I expect. Rite of marriage will take place soon, I hope you will attend. Well, I don't know about that. Can we actually follow up on that? Is that not over yet? I guess it mustn't be, because if it were, then we would have gotten some kind of notification there. Right, let's talk to Duna Valdileo in the port side of the Manon ship. Let's find out who we need to talk to get the inclusive resolution from this. Going from St. George's, Utah to Ontario, Idaho, which is actually part of the Oregon DLC, just over state border. I wonder if I have any truck games where I would be able to go over into Canada. Probably do. I mean, who knows? I don't really have a lot of truck games in an official capacity on like Steam and whatnot. And I have at least a couple. The only one that actually comes to mind when I think about that is one that's just called American Truck Simulator, so maybe not. What's going on down here? Bassius Wolfen, have we talked to you yet? Prone takes me it sooner than other races. Found Hexuna. Too black to her, we married next day. Thoughts and feelings in moment are only truth. Remember this, Earth alien. You lose what is there if you think too long. That's deep, man. The old will gases are gathered here too. I never thought it would live this long enough to see soft-bellied Mard fine mates. And such fine drink, I am ready. Death can come, I will go happy. Who else can talk to me today for this occasion? Can't believe any Anna will be my brother's mate. Well, there are many other prone men, many stronger than the Mard. And there he is, and there she is, but apparently we don't need to talk to either of them. Thank you for helping Eniana. As I received is quite fine. Our wedding is almost ready, will you help us? Do you have time? Unless I'm familiar, we cannot find some items, my sister Duna is vexed. So we're not even done here yet. Nard fought hard to win Beasthorn for Ring, all for me. When I saw it, I knew his feelings were true. I am happy yet afraid. What can I do for him? Can I offer him comfort and support? I mean, probably. What is the deal, actually? We are short on this, short on that. We do not have enough to hold a proper prone wedding. Prone men are drunk before rite of marriage begins. I should beat them into helping, but they are more nuisance than help. You are Rasakville. You brought bride and groom together. My younger brother Namard needed help. Help to win a fine woman like Indiana. It apparently was going to happen independently of what I did anyway, so... Prone value strength above all else. Kindness seldom earns praise. Will you help prepare for rite of marriage, I guess? We need tough hump steaks for feast, everyone else is too drunk to help. We only need meat. Let's see, do we have enough meat? I guess we do have enough meat. Actually, we can already turn this in. Yeah, that's... What's this? Is American Truck Sim? Oh. Ontario, Idaho is now nowhere near Ontario, Canada. Oh. Ontario, Idaho. Yeah, I don't know why that registered differently in my brain. It's because I was reading it at a different pace. That makes more sense. Everyone is terrible. My younger brother marries before me. Now rest of clan calls me spinster. I will quiet them when I find prone man who can slay Mandos with single blow. Sure, she cares about that. You're kind, also strong. I wish I knew prone man like you. Well, but none exist. Mother says don't be picky. Yet I will not be made of disappointing man. I talk too much. Makes my mind foggy. I asked you to get something, yes. I suppose you did. We'll just hand it over immediately. Not precisely the amount that we need for this, so why not? Oh, I forgot to send you... I sent you to hunt meat. All the guests getting drunk, so we start rite of marriage early. I see your hunting wedding is ready too, well... Also this guy's here. You're a fine heroine for Earth, alien. I'm Calva Vasago. Victor of 1,000 battles, I'm strongest warrior on Tormain, whatever that means. Aliens sing and dance at weddings, but prone are born to fight. Let us mark special day with a glorious battle. Me and you will trade blows until we cannot stand. This is actually happening, oh. Galway is drunk, also restless. He hasn't fought since coming to Mira. Leave old man be, we have meat. We can begin rite of marriage. Or we can oblige, I mean... Why the fuck wouldn't we? You have bravery of my namesake, Vasago. I will show you my strength, strength that felled 30 cavern clan dogs in one battle. Meet me in Primordial Plains northeast of Serum Lake, we will give it all to fight. I mean, I guess we have to do that now to bring this threat to a conclusion. Old man is hopeless, you must go lay him flat, then drag him back. We can't possibly complete the wedding without that guy, I guess. But yeah, before we leave, let's see if we can get this other normal mission that's apparently left to register. Maybe there's more than one. I guess we should probably check the... I guess the left side in the map is the edge right now, because we're in the port side. Let's see what does Troylan have to say. This is one of the new aliens that we just rescued. Please listen, my ore coin is broken. Oh man, whatever that means. You have no idea what that means, or... That's a problem, I guess we could start with that. You shut down every part of your respiratory apparatus, no more inhaling, no more exhaling. Impossible, yes. Gorko is my staff. It is to me what lungs are to you, for the process of devulcanizing it enables is as crucial to the Sorobogan as breathing. I am absolutely opposed to allowing another Sorobogan to handle my Gorko. Oh. If it is not repaired, I cannot devulcanize, and that is a death sentence. I have decided that I could tolerate a man on touching it briefly if it meant it could be repaired, however. Well, you are the first non-Sorobogan I've ever spoken to. My heart is racing. Oh boy. So what are we supposed to do about this? I must entrust you with my Gorko, which again I value more than life, and I have you take it to the Manon for repairs. Not hear about what is done to it in the meantime, I guess. But we will be doing that in due time, I suppose. Pains me dearly to part with my precious Gorko, but I leave it in your care. The man when I need you to ask to do the repairs is called Luladu. Here he is extremely interested in this Sorobogan technology, so my hope is that he will accept. I believe this is the longest I have ever conversed with another. It is an enjoyable sort of anxiety. Told it ended, well, that probably helped. Okay, we won't actually be following that up yet. I guess we're gonna go fight this guy instead, because we've already got this questline done over to quite a thorough degree, so might as well follow up on the prone challenge first. Boy, I'm gonna take more bites of my sandwich and probably end up with too much to talk properly. Right. Still no Meridian payout, I thought we'd be getting more money out of the various parts of Frontier now, but I devoted to that, I guess. Alright, here we are, I think. We could also talk to the guy while we're still in the, well, with the skill around. I don't think we can talk to the guy while we're in the skill, but we can just leave it lying around right here and probably trivialize this even further than it probably already is. I guess we're gonna find out at any rate. fresh air cleared my head of drink, just like that. That CLR fixed my back. I'm ready. Are you? Into a combat stand, or you need a bit more time? You know, I guess we are totally fine with this now. Let's fight. Main march, no glory and good cheer. Do we get to do this as a team, or I guess we do? I will see. I'll have a Sago, I mean. He gets to use a gun. And he just uses the generic enemy prone lines, I guess. Cool. Right, hold on, let me... I'm using these, first of all. And foremost. Using a combination of this and that, and hopefully that will be good enough to keep the timer from running out. When hit hard, we can do smooth recovery and do the same thing to put that thing back up. I think we've officially gotten into the victory loop at this point, or at least the infinite loop. Not necessarily victory, but ultimately it resulted in victory, rather unsurprisingly this time. You're strong, very strong. It has been long since I enjoyed such a challenge. I suppose he somehow does. You remind me how it felt to march into battle. I dodged bullets, pierced enemy lines, toppled generals, all to defend my clan. I wasn't able to save my family from Cavern Clan, not all of them. Lost my wife, daughter, son, now only Bas's remains. My other son, I guess. With each loss I swore to grow stronger, to hold my edge, protect what remained, but in the end I could not defeat Ganglion. I hope Nemard finds strength he needs, strength to protect his family, I guess so. Strength like yours, Rajakville. I will be wanting to begin rite of marriage, I should return. Or we could just find some kind of way to cheat the system of the Ghost of War. Just try to survive in a way that doesn't involve that. There's also something in the commercial district that apparently I didn't hear about. I guess alien wreckage. One of the segment updates. Oh shit. There we go. Let's go back to the man on ship and actually go ahead and get the wedding scene now, I guess, probably. If I had to imagine. Who do I talk to for this? Mart Wolfen. Oh, this guy's back. Wonder what his role is in all this. Soft-bellied boy Nemart suddenly bears face of man. It is good he does not like resolve. Now he needs strength to defend his family from any who threaten it, so I will beat boy into shape. Oh. You return. Indiana and I are able to marry, it is thanks to you. Please honor us. Speak words as we begin rite of marriage. I'm happy because you came to me. I would not have been happy otherwise. Well, for wisdom to guide us, don't overthink it. I have much growing left. I only need a bit of stern guidance, so we just pick between these two vignettes. Come strong enough to protect his family, or he's just fine as he is. I guess we're gonna say that. It can feel a little bit better. Uncle Galba said the same thing. You are a true warrior. I understand. I will train. I will grow strong. I will protect Indiana from Ganglion and Cavern Clan. Accept this horn ring of betrothal. You gave me strength to hunt Siphius, strength to claim its horn. I guess if we manage that already, it's probably fine. I offer it in return for sash you gave me. I love you more than words can say forever. I'm pretty sure this is all being meant to be conveyed in the same tone that I'm using to read these words out. To think that I can have you at my side, I cannot believe my fortune. Well, then I will shower you with love until you believe. I am persistent. I'm just gonna take the utilitarian approach. You're well and truly wed. Prone stands by one, he grants horn ring of betrothal until parted by death. I guess prone divorce is not a thing. Grandfather Old shed happy tears to stay as well. I wonder if Grandfather Old is gonna make it to the end of the game. But there we go. I helped the pro choose a wife and got a amount of money and experience out of that at least. So what shall we do next? We're still very much not very far into level 47. Maybe we will just do nothing but side quests today instead of trying the next plot thing. I'm responsible for the attack during Eliza's speech for Alex and his followers, so let's see. Back to the Choir Cloister, because I think we bought information that will eventually lead us there, but it wasn't even that expensive. Let's try this thing next. Don't have any uranium stuff to worry about yet. So let's just warp over to Coldros. And see where that will put us. How far we're gonna have to step to find the other guy. And the answer is at least step a little bit up vertically. There we go. But since we're apparently right next to Oboe, to quite a few things, including things that will meet up the aggro, and realizing that we're there even though they only spawn once we're right on top of them. First we shall do the sensible thing and retreat. Just trying to locate wherever the salvage thing might be in this area, but apparently it's quite impossible to do that without running into something that we were meant to. And it just keeps happening. I guess we're just gonna give up on that for now. Where did they all come from? Because we're just gonna walk back all the way back to where we started, which is this way. There we go. Alright, this time we will try to outrun their load times and see if we can actually get to what we're meaning to get to here. Oh, apparently these things that appear in Earth are actually sea domes or whatever. That's pretty insidious. Is where we're supposed to go? I guess so.
Looks like we've got no choice.
Well, I do have a choice. It's to just ignore these guys and eventually find some kind of trigger for what I'm supposed to be doing in this area. Boy, is that a Definian? Found you. I knew you'd come. You had to come and try to kill Alex. Is this like the same assassin that we fought against before, or... Oh, I wonder. That's how you are, what you are. You must live to kill each other. But I don't know, who is this supposed to be at this point? Was like the Alex a fake, or somebody else a fake? Do whatever you like so long as you stop that ear-splitting laughter. Owen. First I need your help. Collusion with the Definians, whatever that might mean, even though we're supposed to be the xenophobe. We'll come to kill Alex next. Well, but like, was one of the people that we talked to before to eventually get here. Was one of those people secretly one of the Definians in disguise. Not quite sure what that message is supposed to convey. And I guess we're dealing with this now. I can't imagine this could be a challenge or anything, even though this these are actual, like appropriately leveled enemies, kind of. Oh, would like to heal you, but apparently that was deemed impossible. I don't know why Thelma's skill is being focused so hard by the enemies right now, but... There we go, one of them's dead. And I guess that was part of the objectives here. Twinkles, Camivas, Lineage, and which I guess is rather, I guess that's Alex's skill. And I guess some of what I did was to some of what I did was to what? Oh shit. All time to bind these enemies since I'm the only one left with a skill, so I'm the only one who can do it. Hopefully this will kill him, yeah, so that's another skill to be dealt with. I guess duo is probably the strong one, so I should probably try with the other one first. No, not fucking evil me fight this thing. I might actually be getting fucking running enemies from the environment that we don't mean to be messing with. Guess we're gonna pop this attack first. Get a bit of a swing against the both of these things. And try our darndest to, I wouldn't even try to topple them. I guess he did topple one of them. Ooh, okay, well that went by too quickly. I don't know why I'm not able to do this move. Maybe I got hard damaged or something like that. Right, here's your aura. Here's the other one. I don't know how that was supposed to be acquired. And apparently some of my parts got fucked up, so now I can't even do my big damage moves or anything. Well, let's see if I can just exit the skill. Yeah. I should be able to make it regardless if I just spam the overdrive thing, I have no doubt. It's gonna be good enough for me. Oh, that's a side. Wait, what? I fucking died even though I had the... Oh, Christ. I had my overdrive active. Alright, apparently this is gonna be a problem. That stinks. Guess maybe we won't actually deal with this immediately. Get a little bit longer. What else can we do? Do the slice apart the Mui Mui at the West Eva Ravine. Well, we'll do that after we warp back to our barracks so we can get the skills back. I think it might actually be good to like do another affinity mission at this point. One that requires us to be level 47 or thereabouts. I'm not sure if it's exactly level 47, but that would make sense. There we go, get our skills back. And now I guess we're gonna go through as many of these normal missions as we can before we head into that zone. Central Ibra Ravine, here we go. I think I hear salted sounds. I feel like I might have come into this place a little... I say a little, but no, like sometime in the past. I got a little nonplussed at how many enemies there were just hanging around here, but I guess it must have been a long time ago because we've left them far behind now. Where's this guy? Here we go. Is that Razakville? Not sure what coincidence bringing a friend here, but timing is perfect. Please, food. Oh, I did bring a single slice of bread. This puny thing not filled belly of Mui Mui. Cruel friend is mocking Mui Mui. Or at least 5 cos beans and 3 full-boiled geckos. Well, we have enough? I guess we do. Sheer coincidence we've actually gotten all that. Something smelled great. It trying to bring food, I guess, so we got plenty of both of these actually. Friend is best, eat food. I will give appropriate thanks for meal and Omfgrom nomum omnu harbel normum. Gulp. Friend saved life of Moe because when Legendar started acting crazy earlier, Moe got so excited that he forgot to eat, really. Oh. If you locate the legendary item, I guess we better talk about this first. Now Moe feel bad. Maybe this handful of leftover cos beans can be souvenir for Moe. And also this earbox remover of legendariness that Moe dug up. Apparently it was owned by some ancestor as a sword, so Legendar's signature was identical, basically worthless for a while. This time ended in failure again, but at least Moe not going home empty-handed. Now that this response is ruled out, Legendar is picking up near response in Sylvalum. That one must be the sword of legendariness. But back home for now. Moe needs to show Moe that his brother Pon is not dead. That's the only way. Alright, so we can just go back to the city and get the conclusion of that line. Let's see. See, wasn't that one nice? There we go. I was so hungry, but decided how brought upon was stronger, so I resist temptation. Well, yeah, totally. Just play along with this. One has best brought upon in all mirror. Next time we definitely find sort of legendariness and show everyone how amazing Brother Point of Moe really is. And here's a reward for friend. Well, in order to get it off to just get a tiny bit of experience for us at least. Win money. And that does take care of that. I wonder if that means that another part of that quest line will have been unlocked, because that doesn't seem like it's over. Also, hold on a second. I stepped away from this quest, but if I look at it now... Okay, so no. If you do end up dying in that fight, you do have to start from the beginning. It's not like it remembers which ones you already killed. But apparently we do have to do all that in one go. It's not a matter of being able to wear them down. Well, as long as we're in the city, let's go and dump more Moranium into the thing, maybe. Let's go to the Blade Concourse actually, and maybe we'll have a trade Moranium for money mission open at this time. Random exchange, yeah, what do you know? Figured that would probably be a thing after what we got. Is there anything else that's new? Phantasmagoric fan. What's this about? 2J Jackals. Mega muscle builders. Using Dragon of Olivia. Should probably get that. We had Slay Barnabas. Okay, so we can't even accept it more this time. But let's do this trading thing first, actually. I guess we're going to the mine on ship, and then we will go to dump the whatever bread we have left into the AMs, and then we will actually go do the other mission that we picked out. Welcome to the Shimmer and Savvy Financial Group. Ticket you here to accept our exchange request. silver member exchange rate, I can give you 50,000 credits in return for 10,000 units of uranium. Well, I guess we're doing it. I guess we have to do that in order to move this quest line along. What does our affinity chart look like anyway? Because if we have like, if we somehow have 4 hearts already with the murderess, we should probably definitely take her out, but now apparently we don't have 3 yet. That's gonna take a while. Okay, well now that we've done that, we go back to the administrative district, we dump the remaining uranium that we have, which isn't that much, into the armory alley. Incredible, I guess we put it into Kind of Incredible. And continue on with something else that we had picked out. It's Cavern Crushers. Witness reports of the Cavern Clan appearing in Primordia. Wasn't there one of these that we've... another basic mission we picked out? We should probably take a look at that later. Seems like we can get that one done right away, but we'll see. Go to the Beast's Lair and investigate. So in here, I guess. There are plenty of high-level enemies in the Beast's Lair, but I don't know if we've ever... if we're being sent there to fight something that we've already seen in there, because that would probably be bad news, or if we're being sent here for a different reason. What freaking level are the Rexes that are in this area? It's like 30 something. High 30s, which is not really that big of a deal to us at this time. We already are nearly 10 levels above them, but... because it wasn't necessarily the case the first time we came around these parts. What are we looking for here? There's some prone, I guess. Oh, we just redirect something by getting close. Prawns and female prawns from the other clan, I guess. Lovely package. How's your wound? Some joke you can't even stand. When you lie, try to make it believable. Be slow to heal. Captain Slavity, oh boy. Hey guys, how are you doing, Earth aliens? I hope they would be safe here, so I guess these guys are gonna be just immediately hostile. I'll call for backup again, now that it helped so far. It means I stay and fight. Well, are we somehow gonna be able to make a truce with these guys as well? That would be very unexpected. All of us together couldn't win, so listen, take others and go. Well, they just take that attitude. I am warrior of Cavern Clan. Prone under ganglion, name me Infidel. Oh really? We attacked your city earlier. Then indigents attacked my team on the way back. We ran here in tatters, and yet you didn't find us at any point between then and now, when we came to this place. Stress calls that I go through or are ignored. Either way, no help comes. No surprise for infidel like me. Well, we can try to go with a diplomatic mission. If you decide to try and... do something nice just to negotiate survival, but... It's been many suns since Cavern Clan bowed to Ganglion. They gave us powerful weapons technology. We used them to slaughter Tree Clan. At the end of war, we became Ganglion grunts, meat shields. But my clansmen have thirst for blood. Most were happy in their new role. Well, if we desert to New LA, what then? What would merciful Earth aliens ask of us? Would certainly fight the Tree Clan there, maybe kill them. Well, it would be a problem. And also kill Earth aliens or other aliens, had to help with Cavern Clan. War and pillage are the only things we know. That's a bit of a weird thing to just admit like that, but it's better to be honest about that than to pretend things are gonna go a certain way. Like in Sweden, there, that should buy them enough time. So there we go. So that's just completely fruitless thing. And well, we have no choice about the fight, so I guess we just oblige. Oh man, pretty good time for that thing to have come up, not that we really needed that.
Nice work.
I guess we have been fighting some female prone in the past, we just didn't realize. They're the ones that are like snipers. So it ends here. Or not. Might have to deal with another little regiment here. Or not. Didn't ask for help, I ordered you to run. Fight with us one more time. Even though she's already defeated, I will show them stubborn pride of Team Slavity. Well, or something else might happen that, yeah, the giant dude that's been in this cave the entire time finally decided to notice us. Gulag? It is Indigen that attacked us before. This was its nest. Yeah, we've seen that dude already, but I'm pretty sure we haven't tried to actually, Well, apparently this is a different thing, so I'm pretty sure that the thing that we saw before wasn't only level 35. But I guess it simplifies matters in this encounter. Funny enough, no one's binding this guy now. And I guess you turn me past. I mean, I probably need binding the least out of all the skills in the team at this time, so... So I'll just give it some time. There we go, somebody else propped it. Well, we don't really need it this badly, but we might as well go for the big strike. Chop the tail as well.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
There we go. All my men could not kill Indigen, but you did. You made it look easy. But I can still fight. Well, now what? We'll protect injured, she keeps saying, even though... Well, how did they get injured? Was it the big dog, big cat, lion thing? Offer to bring them as captives or treat the wounded. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna want to, I guess this would be the sensible option after what they said to bring them over, but I guess we're gonna go with that and see what happens. What is this? Oh, but they're just accepting like that. Our lives are in her hands. Very well. I guess we're not gonna let them go, but I don't trust Earth aliens, so this is clearly the most sensible option to just have them in as captives. If there's a chance you might save my men, I must take it. Do as you will. So now we have yet another group of indigents, not indigents, of xenoforms that are just nestled within the city. So I wonder what could have happened, or what would have happened if we end up, I guess, treating them but letting them go implicitly. I wonder if having them in the city is going to have any kind of consequence or repercussion. That's going to be important.
Thank you.
I don't think anyone expected things to go quite like they did. Even the Director General was speechless, and that never happens. But he's approved the Cavern Clan's request for asylum, even though you kind of clarified that it would be more like imprisonment. He's eager to hear what they can tell us about both the Ganglion and the Prone. I'm sure things will be a bit difficult for them with the tree clan here, but there's breaks, I guess. Well, I mean, based on what we've heard, it's probably better if we don't actually allow them to meet. But still be able to find a better life in New LA than they'd have with the Ganglion. Our division was the right one for the city and for those Prone, but I guess only time will tell. What, so they're just being admitted as regular xenoforms in here? Temporarily rest up. I'm pretty sure that's not what we said. We said specifically as captives. If they're just like allowed to roam free, then I don't know how this is gonna end up. They told us very clearly that it probably wouldn't end well. Let's see. Guess now that we've totally resolved that, let's do a couple of things from down here first. Let's do the data recovery thing. If I'm not mistaken, this should only be like a really quick thing, so we can clear up some of the space for more of the basic missions.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And let's see here. Using driver oblivia is all we are told. Not really any specifics provided beyond that. Although we're closing in quite a bit in the location that it might be in. Right around here. Now let's fall and figure out at what elevation it's going to become relevant. Primeval Meadow. Alright, apparently we've made it to a place that we've never been to before. Apparently this is it. Oh, we found it. There we go. On a drive we might be able to find something else like salvage point. Oh, but we need to make it past these level 51 crabs. And other enemies that we can't even see until we're right next to them and aggroed. There's like a canyon that's just filled with cheapo level 50 plus enemies. Maybe we won't bother with that yet. Let's just move on. Let's see, Treeman. What was the other thing that we needed to do? I guess we're gonna follow up on some of the missions that were given to us by those guys, the guys with the respirators, because I feel like that might be like the fast track to being able to get them to open an AM in the city or something, which is definitely something that I'm interested in. Now let's go there. Central Industrial District. Let's talk to the miner and see if this can be furthered. Let me see if I can get the last bite of my sandwich in. But apparently there are even more side quests. It's nothing but these things now. Well, here's another one of these guys. Trucklow Lutheran. Are you one of the blade type people? Do those in your office accept work from lowly outsider races such as mine? Well, sure, I guess. One of my people named Arsenican departed from Noctilum a short while ago. Well, it is true that the area is a sort of high-grade voltant. There's a very different world than our home planet of Bedon. I fear that he will be killed by the creatures of those woods. Therefore I am in need of someone to bring him back to the city as safely as possible. What is this voltant business? Sincerely appreciate you pointing out that where I have failed to adequately explain it is most helpful. Well, I still don't have a firm grasp on how much you humans know about a Sarubogan and what we must explain. Voltant is a source of our nutrition, but that is too simple an explanation, I fear. To devoltanize a voltant is our duty, our calling, and the sole reason for our existence. I am afraid I do not explain it well. If, for example, you are presented with a plate of food after days of fasting, might you not instinctively rush towards it? That state is the exception for your kind, Boros, however, it is ever constant. Keeping those urges in check among our people was my responsibility as Director of Planning. Arsenican left to obeys the voice of Golboga, which is etched within his flesh. He is faithful to his calling and a cherished member of my tribe. Will you help me keep him safe? Alright then, but not right now. I believe he's headed for the vitriol cesspool in Noctilum. If you protect the life of my friend and fellow child of Golboga, which, even though you say that's too primordial of a way to act, I guess implied it. Who else can I talk to in here? Should be standing right on top of one of these, and indeed we are. What do you know? What happened here, Hatheron? I'm having Nakosh repair my backpack for me. However, it's been nothing but grumbles and groans from her for quite some time now.
What a pickle, huh?
This device seems really advanced, doesn't it? It's all a bit over my head. Is there any chance you are familiar with the workings of Sarubogan technology? Well, not really. Yeah, what could this thing be? I would try my hand at repairing the backpack Atheron is always wearing, you know. Sadly, I'm at something of an impasse. I was hoping you might be able to help shed some light on the subject. We Sarubogan use these to strip contaminants from Voltant to ensure we devoltanize only uniform, untainted impurities, whatever that means. If compromised by other substances, the process could be fatal. This is why it is most urgent that the backpack be repaired. I might be able to make do with an all-purpose plug, maybe. Perhaps that's where you can come in. Could I convince you to find one for me? Man's life hangs in the balance on this repair job, you see. Right, very well might at it rate. Oh. An all-purpose plug from a Guide Owl, Galder, or other Sinoctulum. I guess we don't have that yet. While you're hunting for parts, I'll keep analyzing the backpack's design. Oh, surely I'll get down eventually, but for now let's actually follow up on the thing that we actually came here to do and end up finding all this other crap and apparently even more crap. Let's see. Just how many freaking missions are gonna be available now? Hey, Professor B. Are you a human? Are you a human? It's actually hard to tell. So what happened to the last guy they sent him? Impress you had the pipe colon pound 5A double chevron at X asterisk to try me. What was that strange word, I guess? Let's start there. I'm not here to give lessons to people trying to kill me. I'll fry you to a crisp, same as your friend from before. Well, you're not attacking me. Why aren't you attacking me? You're a blade. Yeah, I've heard them. After I get a look at you, you do look rather... that. And since Vevan's practically useless, maybe this person can get the user... You there, kid, pay attention. My name is Professor Biggs... plus minus all. Pipe. You're looking for work, I have a truly amazing offer for you. So, is this guy... human or not? I can't figure it out. People don't say that. How to put it? In plain English, I say it's something like, well, let's just say eager to help. This language barrier is gonna be a real hassle. Half the words from the planet I came from aren't even pronounceable in your language, so... I guess this guy's not human. What race is this guy from, then? Doesn't look like any of the others we've met, except maybe prone, but doesn't look prone. Can't even properly introduce myself around here. There's really nothing for it, I guess, as Professor B will have to do for now. A few things from my current research, and I'd appreciate if you could secure them. Alright, well... what could that be, and what are you researching? I can't even tell who I'm leveling up. I like a kid with a healthy sense of scientific curiosity, but keeping this a secret is good for both our health, if you catch my drift. Well, I need Tiki Sap, head west to Waterway Tangled, find some. My work is nothing you need to be worried about, so what do you say? Well, how could I possibly refuse? The fuck is this guy? Where did he come from? I guess we haven't actually... I don't think I've actually seen this guy at any point in the past. Short-handed lately, but with my assistant Vevan wasting his time repairing that silly spaceship. Well, we're both wanderers through space stranded on this rock. Gotta help one another out, hey? Do we have multiple people to talk to? No, we have this. Heard reclaimers found wreckage from the White Whale at the entrance to Oblivion. I haven't done any actual reclaiming yet. Well, let's talk to this guy. Whatever. It's all this crap that he has here, like makeup boxes, computers, shields and motors and big cogs and pipes and hoses. I can't even tell what half of this stuff is. What sort of stimulus are you after? Oh boy. What you could say, I live to build new things. New technology makes me weak in the knees, you see. Human technology just isn't enough to satisfy me. No disrespect intended. Some nights dark thoughts have been creeping into my head about whether I might have seen more advanced technology had resided with the ganglion. Oh, I guess we have to talk to him about the, that thing. Troylan has Sarubogan. He wants to hire me, and he asks for me by name. Let me see what needs fixing. Well, there you go. one shape device used by the Sarbogan for the volcanization. I've seen Sarbogan wandering around with them, but I never thought I'd actually lay my hands on one. What a magnificent form. My curiosity is fit to burst. Well, I need to examine this and see if I can assess the damage. Alright, just let him do it. Unfortunately, the materials I have on hand are probably not enough to repair it. I'm gonna need a high-spec sensor module and a hulking incisor first. In the meantime, I'll be here playing with prepping the Gorkov for repairs, so... I guess we don't have all the materials yet, so we're gonna have to move on to something else for the time being, because I would rather not rely on the grind missions first. Okay, let's see. What are the new ones that we've acquired? It's finding lost people, rescuing people, finding materials. I guess we can start at the top and find this. The Lucian's North Summit and look for clues about a destroyed data probe. Could it be some kind of Sufarg episode follow-up, I wonder? So we're gonna go there and try to find out. Alright. What are these things? Marlock Evildoer. Well, we'll have to deal with these guys actually, because we can just get in our skulls and fly away. I think so. I have the other North Summit, so I probably should have warped to one of the different warp points that actually does put you at the top of the mountain, but it's whatever. Reminds me, I guess, as we're here, can we figure out if whatever the... Is this level 5 or whatever it is? No, it's only level 2, so we can complete this at this time. We can try to repair a data probe, but we can also come over here and see if whatever else is missing on this side is also attainable, I guess. It looks like it's archaeological. As long as it's not level 5, I should be able to do it. But is it level 5? No, it's level 3. Where we have it. Isn't that nice? We're getting more of these salvage points. So I guess this is what we came to find out. Or in a data probe or something. So what do we do with this? Animal fur, could I ask you to describe it? I see, and it's also covered in bloodstains. It is mostly, I guess, but I think the fur might belong to a cunning Siluth, which is native to the Lucian Mountains. Cunning Siluth has been spotted in the southern parts of the Lucian Mountains. Pretty gentle creature by nature, but maybe you want to check it out just in case. If it has become aggressive, I need you to take appropriate measures. Well, let's see, it's about ascertaining your connection to the destroyed data probe, however we do that. So what, now do we just investigate that thing? Even though he said that that wasn't the only thing that we needed to do, but... Sweet, go for that anyway. What is this other thing that apparently we can check out here? Is it on the side of the road or is it somewhere else? I think I see anything of the sort. Just... Yeah, I think it might be a little bit lower down. I'm not seeing anything. Let me see. Get back in the robot and... Oh, here we go. There it is. Yeah, it's surrounded by high-level stuff. I'm pretty sure we spied that earlier, but we didn't want to deal with that. And we still don't, so... Oh, look at this. Level 60 enemies. Are those Cantors or Lysiors or... Well, the Lysiors are the Soldat type. Those are the territorial side. That's okay, so this is the enemy type that we're currently on the lookout for. Monster type. Can we, is this thing like standing on top of some salvage point? It kind of is, but... Oh god, it turned around. Is it still an arrow when we're not in the robot? Not working out. So now we can just grab this in peace. And try to get back in a row. Which one's ours? Oh man, I'm hearing a very distinctive noise outside on the street through the open window. I wonder if that's in any way coming through the microphone or not. It wouldn't surprise me too much if it were. Okay. Investigate the side loot. Well, I mean, these are all side loots, so I don't know which one he wants me to investigate. Is this it? Oh, there's like... we're like fighting. Maybe we're just supposed to run into these guys. Shut the front door. Two silos are fighting each other. It's most likely a territory dispute, judging from the circumstances. Maybe the data probes suffered collateral damage as a result of their scuffles. That would explain why only a single probe was destroyed for no apparent reason. Didn't want it to happen again. Guess we'll need to take appropriate measures. What, like, kill one of them? Guess we must find the one who's encroaching on the other's territory and deal with it that way, but there's not really a way to know that, unless you just... Probably is a way to know that if you try hard enough, but... always have to hunt both of them, really. No matter what, mucking with the ecosystem like that, but you don't really have a choice, and I know you have your own reservations, but I still trust you to handle it. Well, I mean... I would rather not have to do that. There's like 3 fucking dudes here. Have they seen us? I don't think they have seen us. I know they have. No, but yeah. I don't want to aggro the big dude, but he's right in the middle of the fucking... And there's Lysiers too, so... we're gonna get the fuck out of here. At least for now. Cunning Silith and Daunting Silith, I'm guessing those are like unique enemies. But yeah, I would, if I'm actually gonna be able to do that at this level, I would really rather just do it without these other fuckers getting in the way. Like Anselm the Triumphant, who's level 58. Gonna go right in the middle of the other two, so it's gonna make it easy. And apparently also Divine Lysiers, which might just decide to fuck around and join the fight for no reason whatsoever. What? What? What do you claim? Well, I guess this guy. Cunning Silith. Yeah, I guess at this point we... What the fuck? You warped back over here. You fucking teleported back to this side. That's pretty fucky. I get a feeling that if we actually continue this fight, we're gonna get sighted by the other dude and destroyed. I think that's really unfortunate. Can't really deal with that in peace under the present circumstances. So what about the rest of these? Put Sajif's battle plan into action and defeat only the leader on the Lotus Keep building site. Alright. Maybe this will be a little easier. Rush Surgical Strike. I think the flying music in this game is called Uncontrollable. I haven't quite, not quite 100% on that just off the top, but we tried to figure out like what a bunch of the themes in this game are called. Apparently the normal like on foot battle theme is the first half of Black Tar, and the scale battle theme is the second half of Black Tar. And the overdrive theme is called Via Fliegen, which, like I already commented on, I'm pretty sure in the past, is weird because... oh jeez. We're supposed to only kill this guy. Without aggroing any of the others even, I guess. Or maybe it's not aggro any of the others, but just kill him, period. If we can try it. What happens if we get the feeling that if we just aggro him, he might actually end up oh, we just realized I guess we died at some point, so we don't even have We don't even have the thing that we should, the full TP bar that we should have, so we're gonna have to build that up again. We're just gonna hang back in this little cliff corner and just kind of be fine. I guess since we're not gonna go into overdrive much, we'll just pop those water now. Somebody else already. Okay, yeah, we'll take advantage of that, but apparently no, it was done twice. What a surprise. There we go. But apparently Marduk support also dropped in, but apparently even if we... Well, I'd like to imagine that, yeah, even if we pop this guy, and so we did, it doesn't count as failing the objective. Talk to Sajiv Skopio in the starboard side of the Manon ship. I wondered if I was saying that right. Well, let us do that. Go to the Manon ship. You can also eat some of this powder that I'm supposed to be eating right now. While I'm streaming, that'll end well. This is the best idea I've ever had. Alright, so where's this dude supposed to be? Yeah, right. Oh, it's just down here. Achieve Scopio. We did it. We used strategy. You did a perfect job of killing only leader, even though we didn't actually do that. They were powerless as a beast without a head. Until Prone just brought the fortress down. Strategy was a great success. It stands as proof that Prone can fight with more than muscle. What did you think of my plan? Do I have talent for this strategy? Well, I mean it was, if you don't care about what you do, it was nice. Hearing those words from Earth Alien means much. I respect your kind greatly. All the audio thinks strategy useless still. But it was impressive. Force that small should not have claimed fort so large. Even if I fought with them. You agree tree clan must adopt strategy into our fighting. I do not like sneaky tricks, but I like losing lives of clansmen less. Your strategy will keep them safe. Crush enemies while saving your own. Thank you, Earth Alien. You have proven worth of strategy. Help me win the support of the clan. I'll reward you most generously. Being strong allies is paid well. And there we go. And we got even more segment recon and more down in the Minon ship. What next? Turf War training day. Undergo while training with Odsent on Primordial East Jampath plane. We couldn't do that. It shouldn't be that complicated, surely, unless it somehow is. Did we get any payouts? Moranium payouts? No, I guess not yet. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, never mind, I tried opening up the thing, but as soon as I was done with that, this area is already loaded. Let's see. Here I am in the cave, where you can find out oversights. I'm sure I found this cave very early on in the game, but I didn't have the skill to actually be able to plant the probe. Oh boy, where could we be going today? Oh, there we go. Well, it's only level 30, so I guess we literally just... This didn't have to be like this, and it wasn't like that. We didn't actually get spotted. We were very much not in front of the guy, but I guess it didn't matter. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I'll take this opportunity to just keep boosting my my TP. And I can also drink the thing, or try to eat the thing. What is going on? Because there's not much to say. Yeah, that wasn't even all of it. I need to take another swig. That was most of it though. We did it. We beat up a pig. That was very fulfilling. How to charge Quagget in the starboard side of the Manon ship, alright. We warp to the starboard side with this. We find him here. Oh boy, segment updated. All the way back from Silverloom to look for a fighter who might recover the alien reliquary east of Lake Sriel. Well, there we go. How was it? Did you find my odds and strong? Well, I mean, there's no chance someone as mighty as you might as well be forward with this. Perhaps he needs more experience to face warrior of your skill. And we'll train him. Only he'll overpower even you, but for now he needs easier prey. He fled toward mountains. Well, I commanded him to fight to the end. My mastery over him is incomplete. This is dire news. I have another request. I fear Odsent may break his mental training, return to feral state. He could attack any who climb northern mountains, blades prone, other alien foragers, all are furry game. I can bring him back to heal, but I need white iron sand and Noran lilies. Okay. Do we have that? We do not have enough Noran lilies, so we're forced to abandon this line. This thread. What else can we do? Grim undertaking. The corpse of Thea's fiancé, Quagga in Oblivion, perform prone funeral rites. Alright. Let's try to accomplish that for now. Let's go to the Barbaric Desert. And here we are, Quagga's corpse. It's literally just lying out in the middle of the field like that. I suppose that makes sense. So what do we do now? You have a Quagga's body? Good. Take it, feed it to beast. But first you must search body, look for keepsake or other personal effects. You will have something to keep close, want something to keep close. For a memento or look around for something of Quagga's, I don't know. Let's check the body first, I guess. Make the most sense, I think. I found a strange note. What does it say? I head for Thea in Scabland Fortress Cave. Pleased with Thea. Well, he made her a gift, but what? Let go look for the gift, I guess. Maybe perfect thing to cheer Thea up. I don't know why we would refuse at that point. And there is still Quagga. He must find bait to attract beasts worthy of eating him. Well, beasts of that area favor bone and thigh meat. Find sunlight next to him. Ask much, but I know you will succeed. I leave it to you. I'm pretty sure we should already have some of that, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's see what happens if we just interact with this thing again. Miss Halle, have you found bone in thigh meat? I suppose so. That will do. Now laid by his side, I will draw beast close. Or it will draw beast close. To course we don't actually render that, we just pretend that it's there. Now you must wait to find place to hide, bear witness to end of his flesh. I mean, do we have to do that? It's like fucking... like what actual humans do with the whole vigil thing after somebody dies, where they just have to watch over them. For an arbitrary amount of time. I don't think that makes much sense, honestly. It seems like... like it's not really... doesn't really have any use outside of a symbolic gesture. I forgot something, oh boy. Oh, it might be too late. All beasts in that area have a keen hearing. If you make noise, they will attack. Be silent if one draws close, yeah. A better time for me to call you. You are in the middle of something sorry to disturb. Do your best, I will think of you. Oh well. Now let's beat up this Predator False Axum, I guess, but I guess we'll just start with this. It should probably be enough to... oh, not quite enough, but in just a few moments here. Here we go, now it's enough to initiate this. Okay, initiate overdrive. Alright, come on, give me some more of this, and then I can pop this again. Gives me a little more, at least. Oh, damn, didn't do much. Could have tried to use an aura to extend that a little bit more, but I don't think that would have done much of anything. Oh, fucking reinforcements, what is here? Oh, there's another fucking thing. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, as much as I would like to do that. Oh Christ, what's this green shit that just popped up? Lay on the hurt, or maybe not. Let's see here. Well, we already have enough to do the thing, right? Let's give this a moment to regenerate, and then we will... okay, since we have two enemies here, I guess we're just gonna pop in the middle then. Try this for just a moment. Oh, that's actually not bad. That's actually really good, even when it's only two enemies. That's nice. Alright, here we go. Big small voice resonance, I guess. And we can do this now, right? I think we got her definitely on the definitely on the path to succeeding here. Okay, yeah, that'll kill this guy. And now we can follow up with this, I suppose. I'm not sure we'll weaken them. At all time war is gonna be literally a little incapacitation of doing anything. I gotta suck for those guys. And Executioner, the big DPS move. Right, might as well pop him with another Executioner. I should. Even though that's probably not even... they have so much fucking health that that's not even gonna be a total thing. It'll be a total solution, I guess. Not sure what else to call it. Okay, there should be enough to pop them to death. There we go. Much more than 250,000 between the two of them. That was actually kind of unexpected, but well, we can deal with that. And we did it. Search requires gift in a previous Cabland fortress, but Well, what about the mission where we just I guess we completed that gift where we or the mission where we literally just have to feed the body to the beast. I guess we just completed that this time. Ask Calgarita about Quagga's gift. Well, I guess we're gonna try to gather this thing or try to locate this thing before we go and do the other thing. Oh boy. Come on, we got level 40 something pro in here just kind of hanging around. We're actually we're actually completely surrounded. This might not have been a good place to warp, but especially not with the freaking weather effect, but I guess we don't care. Okay, we can just fly out of here. And clearly with no repercussions whatsoever. And try to find out if there's like gotta be a cave around here. I think that's what I mentioned. Oh no, it says Scavland Fortress, so maybe we do have to. I don't know what I just triggered here, but apparently I triggered something. I'm guessing that it's not to do with the mission that we had before, but with a different one, because I don't think this counts as within the fortress. Hello, who is here? I don't remember getting a mission to do with this this big old ring, but I guess there's someone that we're meeting here. It's me, Mia, the lone old scamp who keeps partying your life. Oh boy. Hello, you up here, you should join me. Head up and join and stay where you are, yeah. I think we're gonna stay where we are. Let's see what she says about that. Come on, you're really gonna pass up with this vista. You hate beauty or something. Oh jeez. Yeah, this doesn't seem dodgy at all. Promise I won't tell anyone if you trip and fall right in your pretty face. Do we have another choice coming? Totally worth it. Come on, get your booty up here. Oh. Well, I guess we have no choice to this now, but before we do that, let's see if we can actually complete what we came here to find actually, which is not this, but I guess we have to look for something in the fortress after all. But we're in the fortress. It's apparently not in that elevation, so I guess it could be in a cave that's accessible from inside the fortress or something, like maybe here. Yeah, this looks like a cave entrance. There might be something in here that we're after. We can try to gather this thing, which apparently will be no problem. That's a duplicator probe to add to our collection, and a bunch of credits. How many do we have? We have like more than like almost 5.5 million, which is probably good because I'm pretty sure that's how much the priciest for the mechs cost, the scales, just to buy them. Well, we found a thing. We no longer have a set mission, but I guess we can set the mission for the thing that we literally just find out there. Wait, Mia, over. I can only imagine what that mission name forebodes for. What we can expect about what we're gonna get out of actually following up with this.
Must you be so belligerent?
That's a good sign. Well, here we are. The Leaning Ring is apparently what this place is called. Well, we came up here as you asked. I wonder what that could mean for us now. Although you beat the pants off my time, sheesh. Well, How about this view? Can't beat it. Well, moments like these make adventuring all worth it, but we're not worried about the freaking electricity at all. Traversing unknown lands, seeing new sights, breathing air never before breathed. You can't get this feeling of total awe from a picture or video feed. This is how genetic. My parents were explorer types too, so she literally just wanted us to come up here. We're actually pretty well known back on Earth, set a world record for summiting Mount Everest as a pair. They even had a TV station that sponsored them, seriously. Oh. When I was 15, they... what? Mountain wasn't even that tough. Well, of course. They apparently made it to the top just fine, but in the way down they just vanished. There was a huge search and all that, but no one found even a single trace. Well, maybe they fell through time, or maybe they shared the same fate as Ambrose Bierce. Don't think they got cocky either. Watched them pack that morning, and they were as careful as ever. They taught me the joys and the dangers of adventuring. Want to keep their spirit alive, you know. If they were here, they'd be going nuts exploring the heck out of this crazy planet. Well, I mean, I don't really see what that has to do with us climbing this ring. A huge pile of stuff you could never see on Earth. I'd spend my whole life out here and not see even a tenth of it. I need to hurry up and see everything I can see for my parents and for me. I don't know if that's really that weird of an outlook, but... oh, she's literally not standing on anything anymore. Jesus Christ. That was an actual Looney Tunes moment. Where was she? Oh, now she's just caught by the bird. I suppose something had to come of that. Oh boy. Alright, let's go to the key and reach and assist her. I don't know if we can just get there by... by flying fast, or... we should do it a different way. But as long as we're here, let's see if we can get this thing, this really difficult to obtain archaeological container that's just on top of this fortress. There we go. Or maybe this really difficult, whatever it is that will be inside this fortress. This one might actually be difficult because we can't just cheese it like we did that other one, so... maybe we won't bother with that at this time. What about this thing though? Is this archaeological less than level 5? It is indeed, so this we can grab. I'm not seeing the place on the map where we're apparently supposed to go to find this, this person. Might be easier to warp, but I guess we're already going there, so we'll... no, it will be easier to warp. Where's this fucking place? It's here. It's actually considerable distance. Okay, here we go. Right, here we are, I guess. Typhoon orbis, is that what we're supposed to find? I don't think that's it, no. So we're removing ourselves from the area. Okay, there we go. Also not the abyssal Leviath. Leviath, I don't know. I think it's level 47, is that what we're supposed to kill? No, that's it either. A bunch of fucking level 40s, high 40s, low 50s enemies around here, but apparently now we're just... oh, for the love of fuck. No. No. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. I guess we have to kill that thing, that's the actual objective, maybe. This is, in fact, the end, yes. Why don't we just fucking let ourselves die? I mean, we're gonna lose her, I'm gonna lose our overdrive anyway, so let's see. Oh, I didn't even get to... didn't even get to hope I might actually be able to try that again with Overdrive. That might not have been as much of a lost cause as I suspected, but... Well, we can't do it now because we have no TP anymore. We lost it all, so we wouldn't survive. Let's see if we can fight some other enemies around here and get that back like these guys. Pro and Fury, sure, he'll do. And we will make one more attempt. Which I would like to, I can't actually use an aura just because I don't have a, you know. I don't actually have a pretty useful thing called TP, even though I activate a single aura. I should probably check my arts after this to see if I can level up any of them. That would be a good idea. Hopefully there's quite a few of these dudes around here so we can get at least 3,000 from just fighting a few of them. Wouldn't be a huge problem. But we need 100 more to get there. I guess we can try to pop this guy. There we go. We did get more than 1,500 from this one dude. So now we can just fight this guy as well. And we'll have the same effects. Is that really a topple? It's more like he just fell on his knees. It's not quite a full-on topple. He's still very much got his... he's able to right himself very quickly from that position. Ooh, okay. But maybe we can even get up to 4,000 with this guy, who knows. Okay, there we go. I managed to get to 4,000 just before the end of that. That's their battle. Let's see, let's go one more. Do one more of these attempts against the big bird. It's up on this kind of a weird peninsula, rock peninsula thing, right? Where is he gonna show up, so... Just touch down here, not even like, oh for the love of fuck. Yes, apparently it must be so efficient. Or whatever the fuck. Please run away at a better pace. I don't really want to deal with that guy, I just want to deal with the... Yeah, that's actually, you know, there. Nope. I'm pretty sure we weren't seen by that thing. Was bubbles at all times. Let's get the fuck out of here. I guess let's go far enough away that those things actually despawn. It could be so nice to have that. And then we go back over there. That thing did not despawn. What the fuck? Okay, well, we're gonna look the other way. Maybe that'll help with that. Maybe come a little bit closer to the ground here and force a few other things to spawn in the actual limited environs. Okay, and now we're gonna turn back. Okay, there's clearly nothing that should be able to spot us as we approach, yeah. And indeed, seems like this time it's sensible enough to not claim that that is the case, right? Where's this fucking... There she is. Okay, this time we can just talk to her. Maybe we didn't need to fight after all. What? Oh, you came for me. Well, you're the best, Chief. Except that I guess... What? We don't know what happened to the bird. I guess maybe we didn't need to kill a bird after all. We could just avoid that completely. When that thing first had me in its mouth, I sort of freaked out. But after a minute, this calm came over me. So it's eye right there. I thought, hey, maybe if I poke it, it'll let go of me. I mean, even the buffest Jambro can't work out his eyeballs, right? Well, being able to think clearly in a pinch like that is pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. Stabbing it. I took my dagger aim at the eyeball and cursed stab. I did not enjoy that. Thing squawked a bloody murder and dropped me. Worse than I fell from the sky like a ton of bricks. I don't know how heavy the robot bodies are supposed to be, but I would imagine that more damage would be warranted. My awesome plan didn't factor in what would happen if I was dropped from such a weight. I just have to file the whole crippling fall part away under room for improvement. Always learning from past mistakes, that's me. I am very humble, as you can see. You could keep on this trend of saving my buns by lending me a shoulder, well. So what do we actually do here? Oh, is the bird actually coming back now? Okay, no, I guess we do have to fight something after all. So we do get some use out of the overdrive. Falcon and Jakku. Oh. Not that I don't think the overdrive will be nearly as vital as if, you know, we had actually... Oh shit. So we actually had been fighting the super high level dudes. Well, I can't actually beat the dude up from here as much now, because I'm not up there. We can at least get some, get back the stuff that I need to, apparently I can't. Keep up the overdrive thing. This counts as the front still. Fuck, okay, now it's the side. Okay, I guess I'm just killing it even though I'm below it still. I'll take that. And now we talk to her again, which means we need to... Oh, there we go, we can just opt up here and that's good enough. Alright, we killed the burb. What can I say? I owe you for about 1,000,001 things. I'd have been dead a dozen times over by now, if not for you. Well, now what? I guess I have to admit that charging into danger on my own like this is crazy, so maybe it's time that I got better gear. Well, I don't think I did anything wrong. Haven't we been over this already with one of the offending missions? Definitely need to stock up before my next adventure, which means I'm gonna need some cash. Well, sponsors are an explorer's best friend. Well, I'll be fine. You go knock those missions dead, like in Bloodstained. So, I wonder what nonsense we'll be seeing here again. Or seeing here again. But I guess that is to complete a segment recon, so there you go. I'm probably not going to be going for that much longer. Let me see. There's quite a few green missions here. Let's see. Okay, we can just finish this one, I guess. And this is gathering. This is gathering. Julius and the worst. What's this? A number of mutations have emerged in the biology of the indigens that prowl the depths of Cauldrus. Oh man. Well, I guess we can do this one and then follow up on the other one. Let's take a look. Let's go to the abandoned ship and let's maybe get to deliver the gift that we found in the cave. I'm wondering, like... What if I do this on the controller? Okay, I just wanted to check how much battery I have, but apparently it's fine. It was for the first time pretty much in months, I think, I'm actually playing this on stream without it just being plugged into the power. It's actually wireless. It's actually its intended state of being at the moment, which is incredible, I know.
Are things better now?
Have you sent Quagga on, Rosakville? Yes. He has become flesh of Fal Saxon. His body has been devoured by a powerful beast. Now his soul. Well, I mean, I didn't kill that powerful beast, so I wonder if we're gonna bring that up. The item he hid, he found that. Well, those of a passionate red hue that are meant for prone dancers, I guess so. Look, fool Quagga left this for you. Then stood against the Ganglion in his dancer's costume. When Ganglion captured us, he had a gift from me. He made it in secret. Trust this. Quagga is no longer with us, but you know what he tells you. Poor girl, foolish girl. Oh. But it means Quagga wished for Thea to keep dancing or stay silent as Thea grasps for words. Might as well be nice. He loved my dancing more than anyone, but I ran away. I betrayed him in grief. I will be reborn. I will take the name of beast that consumed his spirit. Really, Thea Fal Saxon. I will dance until the last ember of my spirit goes dark. I found her strength because of you. Well, we have to see if she'll actually act on that, but there we go. Yes, we've got that mission completed, and now we can also try to figure out what this mission's about. Defeat a biovisual in Cordus's Megandal Gorge. I don't remember doing that, but I guess we've done it at some point. Let's see what kind of beneficial information that action could have brought us. As we go to the Barista Court. Oh, wait a minute, there's yet another normal mission we can activate here. And also this. It's something I've never seen before, rolling around a Silverlum Sea Road. Some kind of mechanical life form. Oh boy. That's probably a tyrant. I've seen some of those balls rolling around. Nopon Bazaar, I guess we've never actually bothered to hop in here before. Hello, Nan. What do you say? Nan is elder of Nopon, not that anyone listens to old Nan anymore, and health failing too. Should just hurry up and disappear. Oh. Hello, Chiroro. What are you doing? What are you doing and why do you have a Santa hat? Elise, what are you? Are you a bold person? Not quite sure what aesthetic this person is going for. Yeah, I guess she is bold. I demand an explanation. A friend be more specific, you know what, forget the explanation. You just wanted to own up to what you've done. You're a blade, right? You look like you've got a knack for Xeno diplomacy. Would you give this Nopon here a good talking to? Well, customer is always right, so I demand an apology. And compensation for my emotional distress. There's any of this fine lady here to understand what I've been through, although you can probably guess what happened to me, can't you? Well, not really. Oh, it's my hair. Okay, so we are supposed to comment on that. Well, what used to be my hair? To say I'm starting a punk career or trying to hide from a crazy boyfriend, but I'm not. Well, Snopon sold me a shiny, smooth skin lotion that was supposed to take out all my wrinkles, but it turned out to be a bosso for my hair. No wrinkle in sight. Well, my hair wasn't a tuft, and it looked like I just ran off to join a monastery. Even though that's... I don't even think that applies to a lot of monasteries anyway. Now your head like baby bottom. Earth friends all love babies, well. Lotion was 5 credits, but when you factor in my emotional distress, mental suffering, and potential lost business, I think 10,000 credits is more than fair. Well. So now what do we do? Find me a medicine that grows my hair back or else, but... I don't care if you find it or engineer it yourself, just make it happen. Well... Late friends, so what do we do? Smile and get your own. Offer to pay the damages or look for some kind of hair regrowth medicine. I would think I would probably be more intrigued by the latter, so... I say that in multiple contexts. Friend thinks puffy hair super cream really exists. Well, hope friend doesn't mind that Chiroro think up cool name in advance. Well, I'll let the pom-pom use you, but if you want to pretend to be a reputable merchant, then she needs to learn there are consequences for her actions. On Earth we have this thing called ethics, or what used to be Earth. Stop taking advantage of people and either cough up the cash or serve up the medicine on your own. Oh. I guess we have some kind of other objective now, even though that didn't apparently count as a normal mission activation. What things were like during the attack? Well, what, during the attack, the ganglion siege on the city? Came back to seal to make sure it was safe enough for Elder Nan, but friends still not done cleaning up aftermath. Most living things I've read about, but now Lama understands. Well, oh, I get it. It's because they're robots. I thought the robots had like white blood. Like, don't robots in video games usually have like white blood, like in fucking, and in sci-fi, like in Alien and in Virtuous Last Reward and what have you. Friend hears about Nopon breaking contracts or doing underhanded business. Friend must tell Lama right away. Well, we did end up having to fight a few Nopon in Xenoblade 1. One shady Nopon breaking rules is enough to threaten the bright future of all Nopon merchants. Like, there was a fucking drug dealing ring subplot in Xenoblade 1. You had to fight a Nopon as part of that. What is wrong? Such hurting, such aches. What do not fret? No one care if poor old man go off to great caravan in the sky. Well, man may as well go now sticking around longer just mean more suffering. Well, what is going on here? Elder Nan has a bad cough for a while now, and he complains of feeling really ickified, but lately Nan really starting to get cranky. Right now Elder Nan is mostly big sad lump, but usually Elder is wise and reliable but of old Nopon. As Grand Assembly Nan suggests, old Nopon move to New LA where human friends can protect them from danger. But other leaders turn Nan into punching bag. They say Nan is no longer Nopon if you're willing to give up nomadic ways. How unfortunate. You feel worse for Elder Nan, well, I would say that. And in such rush to disappear, then go. Well, and can help him go with plan to cheer Nan called Operation Fireworks Extravaganza. Well, all I need to do is travel to caravans and get signed contracts from Nopon. Job is so easy, even stupid Nopon farmers could do it. Oh. So we'll see about that. Does he have like a green Santa hat as well? I just realized that. Or like a cap, I guess. No, not moping and not certainly not me cheering up. Well, we'll tell Nopon in each caravan to send up fireworks for brave sick Nan. And remember that spoken promise from Nopon is worthless, so be sure to get all in writing. And if possible, bring caravan leader from Colders back with you. Name is Popote. I'm pretty sure we've talked about that, yeah. Popote is grandson Pon of Nan, so that's about in Colders, right? Yeah, it is. Family will leave, abandon Nan. Oh. Guess we might as well stay kind of optimistic there. And don't trusting anyone. Friend need not do anything, just gonna quietly disappear into deep dark night. Well, there we go. So what does Felice have to say at this point? I don't have a caravan in Colders for the ganglion basis, so... And the trouble. Now look whose head is sparkling brighter than a freshly waxed floor. Oh. That is one shiny noggin, chrome dome. Don't go blinding any scale pilots with that. Well, where is Chidoro? Apparently she's just disappeared. We don't actually get to follow that up. And hey, look at this. Do I spy another normal mission that we can trigger at this point? How incredible. I wonder how many fucking dozens of them we have. Just waiting to be... Oh Christ, I can't actually get on top of this thing. It's waiting to be done. Nope, 2 more. 1 more was not enough, you see. What is going on here? Another Nopon thing? Boo, oh boy. Stole friend a mighty blade. It would seem so. He must go save Lana, save sweetheart of Boo. Boo will give friend anything. Lana is wife of Boo, total angel perfectness. Never has Mira seen more beautiful Nopon. But Angel of Boo left for Coldros to buy new inventory and never return. Boo tried to stop Lana, told Lana there was no reason for gentle Nopon like her to go to such dangerous place all alone, but Lana insisted on helping business of Boo. Well, that's wonderful, or don't especially care. I guess we might as well be amenable there. I don't know. Friend will kindly remember that Angel Lana already has very special someone. Oh boy. I mean, we've got plenty of missions that are gonna take us to Coldros, apparently. What about these people here? I bought too much, now I have to earn a bunch of rewards by doing assignments for mission control to get my head above water. Well, see credit terms. What's going over here with Warawa and Justin? Reese. I'm pretty sure she's dead now. We killed her. Your destiny is inexorably linked to my own. Jesus. Where's that sign in the back? From the building here. Oh, segment updated. So a scene that I've never been seen before in the industrial district. Oh boy. Annex space. I wonder what that could mean. Zoom into it. I don't think I can, that's the thing. Ganga space, Annex space. And I can't even see what's behind that on the top of the banner there. Let's talk to this Warawa. Even with all this wealth, Warawa still can't get what she wants. Somehow. No matter how many Warawa buy, only bronze cards turn up, Warawa not even find silver. Oh boy. Gacha games. And does know about popular mirror life cards, right? Well, no. They're trading cards with pretty pictures of every fun critter from Mira. I'm seriously behind times for not knowing about them. These days, people young and old from every race are obsessed with Mirror Life cards. There are many cards from lame bronze to shiny silver to super ultra mega amazingly rare gold. Only 3 tiers, that seems a little too simple for this kind of game. Impossible to know what is inside until you open the pack. Warawa has been buying up packs left and right in order to get a adorable gold hippopotamus card, but no luck at all. Well, Friend can help Warawa with brilliant plan Operation Mega Trade. Follow plan of Warawa and Friend can turn this boring bronze bladder card into amazing gold hippopotamus card, so much like one red paperclip. Oh, Jesus Christ. I dread this, but I guess we will accept that. Big thrill of Mirror Life cards is that no one knows what they get until pack is open, so even this down bronze bladder card can be valuable to Friend that can't find it in pack. Which means Warawa can make use of that to trade for rarer and rarer cards. And finally end up with gold hippopotamus card. Yeah, that's the worst plan we've ever heard. Impossible to see unless Friend tries, well, there's no dissuading this. It's not Warawa doing the work, so really no harm if the whole thing fails. Use useless bronze bladder card. Must get out there and trade. Can't possibly do that by yourself. Alright, let's do a quick sweep of the rest of this district, because I guess we're just gonna check to see if there's any more missions to accept. I think I'm just gonna keep going until I get to the end of the mission that I actually have marked at the moment. Let's pick up Fuel XX. That's like an augment for the skill, isn't it? It's a little weird that we find that in the... just as a reward for doing an archaeological thing, but oh hey look, do I spy another thing? Well, this thing first. Can we take containers in residential district? They might make nice chairs, but also another fucking question mark. Now what expected?
Well,
Shit a ton with one of these guys. They remind me of the fucking, like, hazmat dudes from Monsters Inc. Obviously, if you devulcanize something like that, you're gonna hurt yourself. Well, we still have a ton of collection work left. What's going on? I'm flattered you would ask. So many of you humans really are kind. We are Sarabog and are beginning a new initiative concerning this city's boltons. We can't discard it as unnecessary, but it is the source of life for us. This is why we have begun a collection service. All was going well until my friend decided to devulcanize something called a hamburger from that restaurant. Oh boy. He's out cold. Even an idiot knows that everything but Voltant is swimming with impurities. Well, now I'm responsible for collecting more Voltant from the people here than I possibly can by myself. Just trying to figure out a plan when you arrived. Don't suppose you would be willing to help me, well. Know the city well, with your help it could be done in no time. Well, I don't know what we're supposed to do. Get the hazardous container from Jeffrey at the hangar, fuel cell from Graham, and toxic chemical bomb from Pfeffen, I don't know. Just talking to people. Well, we're not doing that right now at any rate. Oh, and we found out one of our social basic missions there, I guess. Speaking of a doctor named Jeffrey, as a recycling operator named Graham, and a man named Pfeffen. I think we've at least met the last one. The other Bolton from all three of them. And be careful when handling it. Well, Voltant is to you what Hamburger was to my dumb unconscious friend, so we think. Well, they are like the ambassadors of death from Doctor Who. Express gratitude for Sheraton's disposing, or if it's safe for you to be logging Voltant around, so leave with that. I'll be happy to fix any minor Voltant contamination you suffer. Once you have all 3 loads, please hurry back here with them. But sure. I see no problem there.
Just between us?
Yeah. Okay, so who do we need to talk to here? Julius. Apparently we have completed some objective here. Thanks for the good work. Unfortunately, something's still not right. According to the latest Frontier Nav data, the Visigoth population has risen by 2. But it should be down 1 thanks to you. What in the heck is going on here? Well, I don't know. Something must actively be causing the Visigoth population to rise. I don't know. It's just a theory though. Visicals simply shouldn't be breeding in these numbers. If we hope to figure out what's happening, we're gonna need more tissue samples. Try to send you back out to Colors, but samples from 2 more Visicals would be a big help in getting to the bottom of this, really. Well, I don't know. How easily could we do that? We get the feeling this might turn into some kind of even more repetitive process, but I mean, that's marked on the map right now, but I see no marks on the actual Colrose map, which I'm looking at right now. Well, never mind, I see it now. Just kind of out of sight before. Let's see. Well, this scan's almost empty now. So what is it that we're supposed to kill? Just Visicals. So it's these things. Yeah, they're not really that difficult to fight, are they? Let's fuck them up. They're level 20 even. That should be quite enough to just be able to beat them to death. Apparently they're not really that easy to hack though. Let's see. This might be a little... Alright, fine, I'll do a melee attack. It's kind of overkill, but apparently all of our attacks aren't possibly strong enough to do this quickly as it should be. Right, there we go, Visicals murdered. And now we just go back to talk to the other guy. Well, there's not a mission to be accepted. A mission mystery man from Professor B. I don't know if he already accepted that or not. I think we might have, but for now we just go back here to talk to the guy. What am I doing? I'm trying to get out of the fucking robot, not to take it up again. What if we try into the prawn? Will he complain? Yeah, he will.
That's right. Yeah. You here?
Apparently only the people that you can actually talk to serve as actual solid obstacles here. This shouldn't be possible. The physical numbers are up again. This time Frontier Lab is saying there are 4 more. Really? Only 4, like individuals. It doesn't seem that crazy. What do we... No, there are some irregularities in the blood, but I still haven't pinned down exactly what's going on. Rapidly multiplying organisms. I've seen something like it before. 4 more samples. Oh, Jesus. Alright, if this doesn't turn out to be the last one, I think I'm just gonna call it after this other effort. I have some degree of faith that this will turn out to be the last one, though, just because of the fact that this would be our 3rd effort in this thread, I guess. And you know how 3 is such a neatly wrapped up number. Okay, so these dudes, it can just be any of these dudes, but for some reason only 4 specific ones are marked. But yeah, there's more and more of these things popping up. Right, here we go. I just spam these attacks, even though it's just very much overkill. Yeah, slaughter the resting rage. Go ahead and do some damage to the other guy, hopefully. I think that might be a complete waste, but it was a complete waste, or whatever. It's not a big deal. Alright, here we go again, just back and forth between these places. Let's irritate the humans and the prawn and the Manon. Where we were, Kevin. Oh, wait, there's somebody else here. Hanbarak. What are you doing here today?
Leave it to me.
I'm aware that many areas of inquiry are beyond the scope of human knowledge. Alright, that's all he has to say.
Working hard?
The anomaly was more than one human could possibly do, so I reached out to the Orphe, I guess, is what we've heard that name pronounced as, for help. What you humans would call a bad feeling. I've been analyzing the physical samples since Julius came to me, and I am concerned. I worry that this phenomenon may have serious implications for the Orphe's very existence, so I must be extremely cautious and thorough in my work. I require more samples. Christ. 6 more individuals should do. That should be enough to reach a conclusion. I only hope it will not be a grim one. Well, what is a grim conclusion? I prefer not to discuss it yet. Thinking about it fills my mind with confusion. One last round of tissue samples should get us to the bottom of this. Alright, I guess we're gonna... They keep saying that it should be the last one, so... Guess we better go do it. Just fucking warp back to the exact same location again and just do it again. Oh, what a fitting end to this cycle. Let me see, am I missing anything in the background? Something that's gonna be happening in just a little bit that I want to keep track of, I think. Here we go. Oh, they're all here, neatly in order. Oh, nice for me.
Crippling the target first. Follow up. I like my battles
Could probably do this a little bit faster with like overdrive, but did we aggro more than 3 at a time this time, or are we gonna have to? I don't think we did. We only aggro 3. There we go. That's 3 done, but of course that's only half the ones we need, so let's just quickly pop to initiate the remainder of this fight as well. Right. Maybe don't do some damage. Because it's only 2 of them this time. Oh. Well, we need to take care of this guy as well. Hold on, let's hop in with this attack this time to start. Where the fuck is his back? Here we go. There we go, just instant murder. I should have started with that one before, but didn't really seem worth it until we realized how many of these fucking things we would actually end up needing to kill. But here we've done it. This should be the final action that we take for now. So now what? Does it look like you'll get your answer, Will? Has the physical population continued to expand, Fred? So we never felt this way before. Never felt this gloom, I suppose you would call it. This physical tissue analysis, combined with the fact that their numbers continue to grow, makes it conclusive, though I'm shocked to be frank, it is a conclusion I did not wish to think possible. Well, yeah, what's with the shock? The ova my kind reveres Anoves also exists within the bodies of these primitive vesicles. This is a most shocking revelation, somehow. This ova you talk about is what exactly? It's a virus that exists within the bodies of the Orphi, really, but further explanation can wait. A virus, so... For now we need to formulate a plan to deal with this new development, so I guess we're gonna find out more about that. The root cause of the mutations apparently act as a kind of virus on their host. But that's a segment we can complete, so I guess whatever follows that, we'll have to wait for later. But yeah, I guess that probably will be where I leave things off for now. There might have been new red question marks that have emerged as a result of the oh. A secret meeting in the industrial district and a woman there pointed a gun at me. Oh. Hold on, there's something here. Maybe follow up on what is this? Graham. Oh, this is one of the people we have to talk to for the vault thing. Where to pick up that fuel cell? Yeah, we are. What a curious alien machine from a blade, but I got more than I bargained for. The way the fuel cell powering it is designed, one little slip and this whole neighborhood would be uninhabitable. Well, there you are. Do handle it carefully now. Do you know a blade by the name of Roselle? She's been asking around about Sheraton and the Sarabagan. She's rather persistent. Well, he told me to call her the next time I had something I didn't know how to dispose of, and me a business card and everything. Well, yes, let's ask more about that. Ask how many people the Sarabagan were gathering these sorts of waste materials from, things like that. He was extremely eager to know how they process this stuff, but I found her to be suspicious as well get out, so I didn't tell her a thing. Well, no idea who she is or what she's up to, but my gut tells me that it isn't good.
Ooh, hey!
Oh, there you go. Oh, there's Bossy. I forgot that he existed, but I think we're just gonna go back to the armory so we can dump the uranium into that. Apparently a new thing we've discovered in the industrial district too. What is this? Where is this? Oh, here. Murderous. Heart-to-heart number 3. Oh boy. I will have to check those out eventually, but for now, why don't we go to... Why don't we go to the administrative district and go here so we can put our stuff into the armory alley. And then we'll pretty much be done. Let's go Mars AMs and let's go Candid Incredible, I guess. Yeah, been doing it with this one. We shall continue with this. I could see if there's any like super quick basic missions we can complete instantly, but if there are not, then I don't think I will be accepting any new ones at the moment. Maybe there's like new social ones, but I wouldn't want to check those out either, to be honest. Sylvestra, Ernest, the Contemplative. Here's some ectasis. Oh boy. Aprica Backmoss from Wise Aprica. I thought I had done something like that already, but I guess not. Cure. See this one. It's an instant complete. Nixing Lepixus. 9 Rogavar Sackstones, and probably can't. Oh, no, we can accept at least one more. Don't know what it would be though. For that damage data probing colders, we can do that too, but yeah, but might as well accept that. Would be an instant thing, but I won't be doing it just yet. Calm the nerves. Boy. Well, there we go. Oh shit, do you see what I see? It's another red question mark. Might as well take care of that now. Anbarak. Okay, so this is where we get the follow-up to the thing that we were just talking about. So what is this bizarre subplot line actually about? The thought of the divine ova coexisting within organisms as primitive as a biovisicle is shocking. You guys multiply through the vision, but this revelation about your ova is even more of a surprise. Yeah, we probably hear more about what the ova is. The power of the ova protects all Orphi. It is as a god to us. Whenever death approaches, we are able to divide and live on, so long as the ova resides within us. So reproduction by fission is a property of the ova and not something intrinsic to the Orphi. The Orphi would not exist without the ova. For without it, we could not propagate. The ova and Orphi are one, yet it now extends its influence to base creatures like the Biovisual. So in the end, the ova is a virus that heals its host and aids in reproduction. Okay, so they've been multiplying upon death, like the Orphi do. Yet only the Orphi are capable of serving as its hosts. That has always been the way. You have no idea why it might have branched out to these vesicles. I do not, unless... no, but that is preposterous. Well, yeah, let's press him, I guess. You have a hypothesis, but it remains precisely that. I do not wish to discuss it until I know more. Well, yet you've got the same range of emotions kicking around under the surface as we do. But what separates us is that my kind maintains the ability for calm reason no matter the circumstances. This weapon has been altered to halt the activity of the ova within the target. Please use it to destroy those vesicles. Oh boy. There are 10 or so affected via vesicles in colders. The rest of the species is unchanged. If you use this weapon to kill those 10 individuals, we should see an end to this sudden vesicle doubling. There's one more thing I would like to verify. Please bring some tissue samples back with you when you are done. Well, alright. So we need to equip some weapon with a savage size Caesar. I guess we'll be following that up sometime in the future, but not right now. Probably, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter which weapon we have or which mission we have highlighted at this time. But let's see. Well, we made it halfway through level 47, so I guess we will be doing quite a bit more before we actually trigger the actual plot mission, but who knows when that'll be. I'm thinking that I might stream more of this. Let's save. I'd stream more of this on Sunday. I definitely won't be streaming anything, I don't think, tomorrow because of some stuff that I'm gonna be doing at that time, but might do some stuff on Sunday, or I might actually end up too busy to do that on Sunday. I'm actually not sure what the still thing is gonna be for me on Sunday yet, but definitely not tomorrow. But yeah, I suppose that's gonna be gonna bring us to the end of the stream, whatever that might mean. I'm gonna make this visible briefly, because I figured out that I guess we're gonna turn off the now playing too. There we go. Don't need to turn off the song thing though, because it's actually completely invisible when there's no feed for it. Like if I don't play anything, then you don't see anything. But yes. So y'all take it easy. Thank everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chatting. Always wait whenever people chat. This time I could I guess for a host at somebody else, but I don't even know who that could be. There's a few people I know that are alive, but I think for right now, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end it. It's like really, really sleepy. Not in a literal sense, but just kind of on all fronts. But yeah, I might be back this Sunday with more of this game, or it might return on next week, and there might be more grinding time between then and now, but maybe not. But oh boy, how many of these 23 emails that I apparently received while I was not looking? I can go through. I think that'll probably be that. Christ, imagine thinking that the Rai is something worth listening to when talking about the Spanish language. Wouldn't that be a stinker? But no. Like I said, I think I'm gonna be just gonna be ending things off for now, so I might see you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I might see you on Sunday, I might not. I will probably be back during the week with more Mario and Luigi, and I probably will finish that game pretty soon. I guess I won't be as big of a hang. Oh shit! Almost made this thing fall over completely. But I guess I won't be as hung up as I thought it would be about like getting all the beans. But I should at least be able to get the final bean blend in that game. But beyond that, the 100% stuff would just be like, I don't know, eating the boy all the mushrooms, getting as many items as possible. I don't think there's that much to really keep track of within the game itself to define 100%, so probably won't be as picky about that. But I probably will finish that in, next week. So I might play this game again on Sunday, like I said, or just wait a week for that, but yeah. Just repeating myself now, so I'll take it easy, etc, and I suppose I will see you later. Time will tell how much later.